passing the potato around each time. Well, as we're saying 0, I'm counting down. I'm going like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 20, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dramatic pause, and 0.
Just so you know, I did start recording on time. That whole thing. Although no,
Fantastic.
Excellent.
I'm glad. That was a good story.
We've
It's a
had
fun
30
story.
seconds
Hello, everyone.
of hot potato anecdote.
That's a pretty hot potato. That's pretty
The
spicy
problem
potato.
the problem with like pausing at 1 is then it makes you look like you have something against the person you stopped on.
Oh, it wasn't me. Like, I didn't press a button to stop it. It just happened.
Wait.
After the duration.
Wait, there's actually... Is this like a sort of game where you count down numbers, and whoever does the last one loses? Is that hot potato?
People pass around a potato after a certain amount of time has passed, usually at random. The potato explodes. Whoever has the potatoes out.
Yep.
How do you get the potato to explode?
Counting down,
like just
a timer.
Yeah,
it's like a timer.
Yeah.
Right, I see. Cause not gonna lie, when I think of when I think of like hot potato, I think of literally like not like in a theoretical sense. When I was younger, we'd have an almost boiling hot potato that we'd like throw and juggle to each other. And man, your games are but you should try actual hot potato, man. That's pretty fun.
Why doesn't your potato actually explode?
Why? Why does the hot potato explode anyway? It doesn't actually... Anyway. Hello everyone, welcome to another session of Candlekeep Mysteries. Last time on Candlekeep Mysteries, you all gathered up your bearings and headed back over into the Candlekeep being Chapter 1. Again, having entered into Candlekeep being Chapter 1, you traversed across the desert to the giant skull that was over there and found that there was a giant centipede living there, but that all the gems that were previously there weren't there, as it seems that by extracting them they had disappeared from the book in the first place. Thus, that brought you over to Brax's village as your next point of interest to go and check out, as you believe that by finding Brax, you may be able to find one of the Ozmar crystals that you were looking for. You arrived over at the village, but found them as somewhat standoffish. However, Diesel, through a negotiation tactic called wrestling one of them to the ground in ritualistic combat of sorts. I'm not sure if that'd be the right way of describing it, but the sumo happened. There was sumo. Sumo. That was really bad. You managed to successfully extract information from them. You found out that Brax had traversed across the desert over to a point of interest that you had marked at the top left of the map, and as you were figuring out what your plan of action would be in order to arrive there, Valen seems to have appeared. You, not wanting the chapter to end quite so early, have run off. Jajira has run off into the desert with Golem in order to kind of hide your presence, as all of you discussed with Valen about what you might do, bringing up that the purple worms likely have Ozmar crystals inside of them, and thus your plan was to head out into the desert and hunt them down, thus bringing us to where we are now. Which is here.
Look at all those people that aren't here.
They're in stasis.
Did you mention there was something you wanted to deal with?
Yeah, basically, I want to tell Golem that we know there's an Azumar crystal inside of him. I'm pretty sure it's his power source, and as such, I don't want that to be removed. And the Sand Woman, who we are working with, is very desperate to find one. So I want to help him keep it hidden until we find another one that she can have instead. and I was going
Can I
to
make a
use.
request? Can you not call her Shand Woman? I don't like that.
I mean, the name doesn't mean anything to him. And a description like that could be physically resembling her is probably better for the golem. At least that was my thoughts.
Okay.
Okay. And I was to try to help disguise it. I was going to use this cantrip to try to form some basically stone blocks that look like they would be a part of him that can cover up any of the spots where the crystal's light is emitting.
So, so you're just like covering up their source with stone.
The source of the light, the Azumar crystal, I'm trying to make it so that there's no light emitting. I'm trying to, like, if I can, make the stone look like it's natural and part of him. So it'd probably be like blocky and angular.
All right. You go ahead and cover up the stone on their chest as they kind of look down at it. And as it's covered up and they're looking down, you see that their motions are beginning to somewhat slow down.
As in maybe am I blocking like power? Like, does the crystal need to be exposed to the air? Basically, is what I'm asking.
As you think about that, you see that they kind of just stop moving.
Wizards killed Golem.
Okay, I will remove the pieces and see if he starts back up.
After just about like 20 seconds after you've removed it, you see that their movement's beginning to resume back to normal.
There is 20 seconds of your life.
Sheesh. Well, does anyone else have any ideas as to how we can hide the crystal from Valen?
Have you tried a big cloak?
I mean, I don't exactly wear much clothing. Well, I suppose I do in here. I actually do have more clothes on. More cowboy clothes than usual.
Well, you're still cloaking the presence of the golem crystal, right? Maybe she'll think it's just like a power crystal, not necessarily an Azumar crystal, you know?
It's possible. Like, she probably doesn't have arcana expertise and jeweler's tools expertise like I do.
I mean, worst comes to worst. We don't necessarily know what an Azumar crystal looks like. If she did find out, we could just be like, oh, you're not taking it from this, we need it.
I mean, I fully do intend to defend the golem and not let her have that crystal.
I mean, in canon, we're on very good terms with Valen, so I'm sure she'd listen. Especially when we have leads on where other crystals are.
Yeah, like I myself sensed the Azumar crystals in the worms, so I think if worse comes to worse, we can try to point at those. Anyway, I guess we're gonna have to face the music and come back, the two of us, back to the group.
Okay, one moment.
Oh, I will tell the golem to stay within 5 feet of me at all times, basically, so that my presence will mask his. Because
you don't need to stay within 5 feet at all times, right? Only when she's trancing and like finding them.
I mean, presumably she doesn't only use the trancing to detect, just like how I can detect things without needing trance.
Hey Valen, do you only detect the crystals when you're trancing, or do you have other ways of searching for them? Is there anything that we'd be able to do? Tell us let us in on the secrets.
Oh, that's what Ray is saying?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh. They kind of look at you a little bit quizzically. I thought we had mentioned it before.
You'll have to excuse Ray. It's been a long few weeks in the desert. You'll have to just explain it again. It's
Make a deception check.
shit. Oh wait, what is this thing? Oh, what the
Aha!
hell?
Take a look at that. I found a new module that
Oh.
allowed you to immediately change between them without needing to roll an additional dice,
That's pretty cool.
and it keeps your first dice roll.
Oh, okay. It re-rolls it every time. I see.
Isn't that so cool?
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Why do you have advantage on deception checks?
I don't.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, they were just pressing it to test it out.
I feel like
It's a cool module. I'm so
feel
glad
like
I found it.
any deception check that involves implying that Ray is forgetful or sometimes stupid should be made at advantage just by the nature of the character.
That's a fair point, actually.
I mean,
You know-
I would have just used the word airhead, honestly, because it's a pun.
True. Yeah, Ray is an airhead.
Wait, I feel really stupid. Where's the pun?
Because she flies in the air because she's a fairy.
Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see.
Alright, Valen kind of like looks a little bit at you and then just kind of laughs a bit. that is kind of like them.
Hey,
Do you
no, it's
remember
not.
the eye also?
Don't get
Do
offended.
you remember do you remember the variety of all-seeing eyes that occasionally materialize around me?
Yes. Totally. Yep. It's on her art, so yep, I do.
Yeah, they even literally just kind of they actually just kind of hold their hands out, like extend them a little bit in front of them, and all of them just sort of begin materializing all around. I used to study divination back over at the college, and when I became like this, they kind of motioned to their hands and their legs. It enhanced my divination abilities as a consequence, I suppose, or a blessing in this case. Trancing is the strongest way to be able to hone in on the powers that it provides, but the main thing is that these eyes give me unparalleled divination abilities. I can use them to a minor extent in an immediate area around me. Beyond that, though, looking at further distances requires channeling and trancing, as does using most of my powers, actually, not just divination.
Right. So what you're saying is, if I fly in place and hum, I won't be able to find the crystals.
Well, we could try. They they sit cross-legged and and motion for you to do the same.
Ray will mimic the posture, her little wings fluttering up and down to try and keep a stable elevation.
Now, trying to channel the divination is something that I was taught, and it should be easy enough to teach you. So here's what you need to do. First, channel all of your magical powers directly over into the top of your head. It should be incredibly easy to do so. And then once you do, all you need to do is focus it all inside of a pinpointed array all across the expanse beyond yourself, like focusing onto a small point in space while keeping it spread out at the same time. Do you think you can do that?
Use a little laugh.
Ray shuts her eyes and begins like you know, there's sort of like a but more of like a kind of sound. Attempting to follow
Alright,
the
make an
instructions.
Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana, I'm
Make an
very good at
Arcana check.
this.
Now you're great at this. Watch this.
You coalesce your magic, you think, or is it spread and onto did they say onto the Valen? Yeah, sure. You coalesce it, you try to focus it on the Valen, which just means you think about their face, but then now there's just a big image of their face inside of your mind and you can't get it out. It clouds all your thoughts and
Don't think of a pink elephant.
yeah, kind of situation. You not only fail to do it, but completely forgot all the instructions that they just gave you.
I mean, that
Can I try?
seems quite on point for my character.
Diesel's curious about this, if nothing else. He wants to see what'll happen.
Well, I won't blame you if you didn't quite get it the first time. It took me years of study at the academy to be able to hone the magical powers within. Honestly, where did you actually get your powers? I've never asked. I mean, I know that people are generally born with certain gifts, but you've always displayed an unnaturally high talent with some of the magic powers you've been able to display.
Wait, is she talking to me or Ray?
To Ray.
Oh. It's like, huh?
Well, you know, fairies, magic creatures, my dad's a dragon, you know, the usual stuff.
Ah, to be a fairy seems to be very lucky then.
I don't know, it's like, it's kind of tiring flying all the time.
Could you not simply walk if you choose, though?
So Ray has like I don't know if it's in the art, but Ray essentially has plimsolls on. It's and she sort of just points at them. But all the sand would get in my shoes.
I can't imagine what that's like as they kind of dematerialize their feet and spread it about.
Hmm.
Hello. Welcome.
I always get so surprised when
Interesting.
you say hello to someone joining because I don't have the Discord sound on. Or not when I'm
yeah,
recording anyway.
Interestingly, I can only seem to turn these over into legs, by the way. I've tried moving them around into any other shape, but they seem strictly into that of a humanoid.
DM, remind my poor fickle brain. Did Valen say like what the end goal is with the crystals? Did she say how many we needed before?
They briefly mentioned that they need them, and you recall them saying that with one of them they were able to find where the rest are, or more of them are rather. But they did not say how many would be required at any point.
No. Well, when when there's a right moment, I'll ask that. When we're not on the sand limbs conversation tangent.
Hello, Crystal. All you missed so far is Drojira attempted to hide Golem's crystal under chest by covering it with stone. This did not work very well because when it wasn't exposed out anymore, Golem began to power down. What I'm saying is Drojira killed Golem.
Oh, okay, cool.
I brought it
and
back.
then brought them back to life. It's like a soft reboot. It happens sometimes. And then
You turned your
Ray was
golem
just
off
asking-
and on again.
Then Ray was asking Valen about how their divination abilities work, and they explained that while they have incredible divination at a short distance, longer distances with their magic requires them to have to enter a trance.
Oh, so they do have that ability, though, which is very convenient.
Turns out all those eyes in their token art.
Has anyone tried legend luring Valen?
I
Any chance?
Yes, Ray did once.
Okay. What did we find out from that? I don't remember. I probably wrote it down somewhere.
She was part of a former group of adventurers, all of whom, except for her, met her end because she was the one who ran away, leaving the others to die. The things that
Oh
made
yeah,
them
that's
die
right.
was the Mummy
Okay.
Lord. She
I
accidentally
remember.
mummy rotted one of the officers on her escape from Tashluda, and that's why she's wanted so badly by them.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm so glad you wrote that down because I'm pretty sure that was explained to us when there wasn't a recording going.
I did not write that down.
Easy.
Good job.
It's also all correct.
Anyways, I guess Golem and I can show up now.
Well, before you do show, I'll ask Valen how many crystals we actually need.
Mm,
Is it in our contract?
you know, no, you're good. It doesn't seem that when you do it for contract, it was specified. It was just that you would continue to assist them. The contracts do seem non-binding though, in that like you can just kind of sever it at any point, right? And they'll
Yeah,
just pay out whatever
I recall.
you're owed. Um. Sorry, give me a second. What was your question again specifically?
How
many crystals?
Yeah,
Right.
how many crystals
Mm.
is she looking to get? Like,
Well, as long as I'm able to find just one of them, and I'm able to channel my power onto it just for some amount of time, perhaps a week, theoretically, and I believe this should be true because I feel like I understand my own powers well enough. I should be able to divine the locations of all of the other crystals with much more accuracy. It's how do I explain it? Because I know that you, like you said, Diesel, Ray is having a little bit of trouble remembering some of the finer details. I know because there's been a lot that's been happening these last few months. Imagine this. I know that somewhere they kind of use the sand around them, kind of maneuvering it telekinetically a little bit. Somewhere in this giant expanse of a desert, in this area specifically, within a massive multi-mile radius, there are Ozomar crystals. To pinpoint any further than that gets very, very difficult. I can't seem to. They seem to have some kind of maybe innate protection, or perhaps they're shielded by the elements. I'm not entirely certain. However, by having a conduit, like one Ozmar crystal in hand, any of them, I should be able to pinpoint more precise locations for where the rest are. That's all it will take. That's actually why I found it so fascinating, because when I was recently trancing, waiting for all of you to get back, I noticed that this area from before had significantly decreased in scope on where the crystals likely are. It's like they're concentrated all in one spot, and perhaps it's like you said, it's because of those worms nearby.
yeah, I get it. It's like insert whatever spell it is here, and I'm sure Ray would know because it's a divination spell that she has access to. Like, like one of the locate object divination spells or such. Like, so I understand that you can find them once you've got one, but how many do we need? Do we need all of them? How many is all of them? Do we just
That
need
part.
2? 3?
That part I'm not sure. I guess it will just depend how many there are. And once we collect them, we can see what happens. I know there's some amount of energy within, but my hope is that by collecting all of them together, we might be able to finally locate where it is.
Where what is?
Hmm? They seem a little. They seem like they're getting a little bit suspicious of something at this point, right? As you're saying that.
Should I
So-
show up?
whole reason we're out here.
Uh, uh, I mean, I'm out here because you're my friend, and these people are my friends. I kind of forget the details, you know. I kind of just go with the group. You know me. Do the good deeds, do the healing. That's all I need to do.
Go and make a deception check, but at advantage, because you notice as soon as you mentioned that you were their friend, they kind of like you could sense that that little smile creaking on their face a bit.
Deception. Oh, yeet.
At advantage. Look at that, we got the button now. Which
Didn't change
shows how
anything.
much more of a
Probably
difference.
roll stuff if you re-roll stuff if you need to.
I rolled a 10 and a 7, so probably not. Unless you've got anything that.
You can add 1d4 if you need to.
Sure. You do need to. My God, it's. I'm gonna throw away all the virtual dice. It's just not it, is it?
Yeah, sorry, I rolled
Alright.
like 3 20s when I was playing with the advantage button, so I apologize.
They'll do it. Yeah, they kind of smile a bit and then they kind of return back over to their neutral expression. I think I'll explain again, but I'm a little worried. The desert might be affecting you in some other way. Did you encounter any kind of psionic creatures in the desert?
Did we tell her everyone around here is a psionic creature?
No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, I guess, I guess I think these things are psionic.
Oh, they are. Oh no. Maybe that's what's affecting your memory. We should start creating some distance from here.
I'm sure it's fine. They only used it to cheat in the sumo wrestling. I'll say that quietly to them.
Oh, maybe the exposure to psionic energy has messed with your mind. Oh no. Let's start quietly making our way out of here. We don't want to cause a disturbance.
As I say, speaking of psionic, I could show up now.
Yeah, shoot.
Okay.
Gonna be casually strolling in with my golem at my side.
Just don't call on me to make any deception checks. I can't roll.
All right. Yeah, as a little bit of distance is created away from the village, and Jujura, you show up with Golem in tow as they're kind of moving over with you. Golem is like walking by themselves autonomously, of course, right? And Valen's eyes widen. What on earth is that?
I'm gonna just tell her that I may have been in Tashluda earlier, and I may have confiscated this, and I believe they will be very useful to us.
They look at Golem. They're kind of looking him up and down. You all went to Tashluda earlier? Did you not get supplies while you were there?
It was
Turns out
more
it's
of a get in, a get out situation. We can explain on the way.
also none of us are illusionists on par with you, so it's a little difficult sometimes. Some of us are quite recognizable.
That's it. That seems like that's reasonable. It is really difficult for all of you to maneuver around otherwise. How else you can't exactly carry that much with you anyway. Back through your teleportation.
Mm-mm.
That being said, wow, this is a marvel. And this glowing gem in its chest.
Its power source, I believe.
Let me look this over first. Is it dangerous though?
It seems very obedient.
I got a meme for you guys that I'm putting in campaign.
I have to actually get back to the computer. Nice.
They start kind of placing their hand over onto uh Golem, who's just kind of just allowing that to happen without really intervening in any way. Can you understand me? And Golem nods their head as Valen kind of steps back a little bit. Is there a soul in that?
The soul it was not ever exactly part of my studies. I couldn't tell you either way.
Wait, a power source, a soul embedded within. Could it possibly be? They rush over to where the blue crystal is and place their hand over on top of it. I believe that I have just discovered excellent news. We won't have to hunt down the worms to find our crystal.
Perhaps
you
we
mean?
should. I'm going to try
It's
to
fading.
prise her hands off of Golem
It's
and
fading.
put myself
Yeah.
between her and it.
Well, you don't need
Oh,
to be
fuck.
hostile about it.
Yeah, it's fading.
As you're reaching out to try and do that, Jojira, just by them having placed it onto, you can already feel the dimming pull reaching into your mind and pulling you out of the book.
Well, that's okay. We will enter chapter 2 and go back to the village and then hunt for the worms. You know?
There you go.
I mean, the issue is that I wanted to use to get to the Oasis when Brax was going to be there, and that's what's going to be during Chapter 2. Or at least I assumed. I mean, we theoretically could redo Chapter 2 a second time after we try to use this Chapter 2 for the fucking worms, but...
So, are we diving back in, or are we gonna visit one of the other books?
Well, I recall certain individuals wanting to save their teleport spell slots, so they need long rests.
Someone's going on the no heal list.
Do we remember where the sandstorm was during Chapter 2 at all?
If I recall correctly, it was.
I don't recall
It was-
any mention of it.
I don't recall it being specifically mentioned where the sandstorm was at the time.
Oh, we do know very specifically where the sandstorm will be at the start of Chapter 1.
Coming towards us.
Yes, it'll be right there at that intersection. So we could try to fight the worms there and get the crystals there. We will be down the manpower of Valen and the unnamed Braxit, though.
When you say fight the, do you mean like fight the big worm or fight the little worms?
Purple worms. The purple worms were the ones that I sensed the Azumar crystals inside.
I see.
I was hoping that Valen was going to be there, though, just because her illusionist magic could help avoid overdrawing how many worms we're fighting, because I fight loudly.
It can't do quiet lightning. Check my head. That'd be so weird. Could you imagine? Okay, I've always found this funny. Technically, spells do exactly what they say, and there's nothing in most spells that indicate what sound they make. So, like for example, Eldritch Blast doesn't have specify a sound, which means it just goes like a
Doesn't it
little
say
like
crackling? Yeah, so I'm sure Eldritch Blast says a crackling burst of energy.
I think the most annoying one for me when it comes to sound is how Fireball is described as a low roar, and I have never imagined Fireball as a low roar. It's described as like a low roar that transforms into an explosion of flame. Explosion of flame does not necessitate sound, but low
Yeah.
roar is presumably a relatively quiet noise, and I don't think Fireball's meant to be quiet.
Yeah, it's funny. But of course, that's dumb, and so most spells just make the sounds we think they make because that just
I can just
otherwise half of
imagine
them would just be like.
Fireball.
Imagine you're like watching a wizard duel, and it's just nothing's happening. It's just
Okay, I think I do want to go into chapter 1 again. Go head back. Can we
what the
actually we could
hell?
telepathically call to Valen, say I've sensed some crystals in the purple worms around here, and basically ask her to teleport to us so that she can help us retrieve them.
And then when she sees Golem again,
Golem won't be with us because he
Ah.
wasn't with us at the start of chapter
Well,
1.
okay, but I don't think we should do chapter 1 again. I think us having Golem is good. I
We
think that
can
entire
re-recruit
process.
him.
You want to go through chapter 1 like 6 more times?
Isn't that the usual plan for most of these?
I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
we can grab Golem this time, and
The thing
I-
is that is going to consume up more transport via plant spell slots.
I think we should enter chapter 2 and see what has changed at the beginning of chapter 2. Now that Golem is with us and we have the Braxid as an ally. If the sandstorm is still in a reasonable location,
I think the Braxit
just
was
go there.
only going to be our ally as long as we were going out to fight the purple worms. Now that our plans have changed because of Alan, I don't think he's going to be an ally anymore.
who says that? If we go back in the village, we're like, hey, let's go fuck up a purple worm. He's probably gonna be like, hell yeah, let's go. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's another transport via plant slot I don't have.
Well, sure, but you're gonna need one regardless of the situation. Because
mean, if
anywhere is a week of travel.
I mean, if we went back in chapter 1, telepathically call to Valen, fight the worms in the sandstorm right there, next to where the hyenas ambush, we wouldn't need any teleportation. We could get the crystals right then and there.
I think it's time to put it up to a vote. Classic vote.
but
I've
like,
got,
Also, I thought we were
here.
just going into a different book because you wanted to save your slots for long rest, though.
I mean, this wouldn't be
That's also
using up
part of
any
the
of
vote.
those slots.
We'd still be doing a whole ass combat potentially with half
I
the
have
party.
very intentionally not been using up my 6 and above
Well,
slots.
What I mean is that we have like half the party, and I don't think fighting the purple worms is necessarily a wise thing to do.
what do you mean?
I mean,
We've got our
Valen's
main damage
illusions.
dealers.
Valen's illusions can help us a lot, though, because she can, like, trick their tremor sense, have them attack things that aren't there, while hiding us, for example.
Wait, how can she do that with illusion?
Illusions can create, like, vibrations or another tactile things, like sound. Like, illusions aren't purely visual, depending on the level, what type of illusion, anyway.
Hmm.
Sound is vibration. Vibrations vibrates the sand, and their tremor sense would pick that up.
I mean, can't I just like would Toll the Dead work for that? Just like, because it's literally bell sound.
I think that would sound like it's coming from everywhere from its perspective, so that would probably be really confusing.
Good.
Well, yeah, but you still need a target for that.
We'll target them. I mean, like, what is the aim of? Because surely we just like if we get to chapter 1 and we fight the worms, we get the crystal. As soon as we get the crystal, the chapter will end, but we won't have Golem with us.
Like, we already know where Golem is, and he's relatively easy to retrieve.
Alright, so what's the end goal here? We just stay in chapter 1 until we've collected every single crystal available, and then just give all of Valen at once?
Basically.
I I
That
don't know.
sounds like a speedrun strat to me.
Yeah, but I don't see why we need a speedrun. I feel like chapter 2 is still an acceptable place to start. Because chapter 2 was not us going to Tashluda, it was not the train. Chapter 2 was just us
Headed to
being told
Wreckage Point.
well, us headed towards the direction of crystals. Because now she found all of the crystals. And presumably presumably she's not gonna like kill Golem.
She might.
What?
She's getting, like, I would say she's probably getting desperate to the point where she would just rip out that crystal.
What was the end trigger of chapter 2? Do we recall?
We don't know. That's literally why I want to avoid chapter 2, is because we don't know what the end trigger was.
What did we do in chapter 2 the very first time? We went to Wreckage Point, right?
Yeah, we did the Shemsheim stuff. We never found the crystal at Wreckage Point, and then we left. And then
Wait,
after
no,
we
no,
left,
no. No, our first chapter 2, we ran into Brax because we went to that skull place.
we did that in chapter 1.
That was chapter
Oh, that
1.
was
Yeah.
that was chapter 1.
Yes.
Yeah, it was chapter 1.
We actually
Well,
went
we
over
went to
there
Wreckage-
the old-fashioned way.
Yes, and then we went to the Wreckage Point in chapter 2 and we saw Brax. The reason we saw Brax there is because we redid chapter 1 by fighting the hyenas, walking up to Valen and
Oh,
giving her the
so
crystals.
we never went past chapter 2. Chapter 1.
For what?
We redid chapter 1 the first time?
Yes,
Yes.
we
And
killed
we were
Brax.
very surprised when chapter 1 ended, when we showed her one of the crystals.
Yes.
Okay, I remember this.
So
Were we surprised?
So why? So when did chapter 2 end? When we last did it?
After we left Wreckage Point. We were still negotiating with the Shinkali, and then it just ended mid during that. By virtue of chapter 1 being endlessly easier to manipulate, I do prefer chapter 1 to chapter 2.
I don't know. I think you're going off of a lot of incomplete information when you say it's easier to manipulate. We've only been in chapter 2 once.
All right, so I guess it's time to put it up to a vote. I think it's kind of getting to a bit circular. Ari, which is your vote? Chapter 1 or chapter 2, or something else?
Caro?
You as well, Crystal.
Sometimes
What is your,
I can still hear his voice.
Alright, wait, let me get this straight. Your fear in chapter 2 is that Valen rips out the crystal?
I'm pretty certain that she will just straight up murder Golem if that's what she needs to do. And I feel like we need Golem intact to be able to complete the narrative. It's just like how, you know how Valen dying immediately ended the book? I feel like Golem dying might also end the book.
Wouldn't that like grandfather paradox chapter 2 into not existing at all? We like try and enter chapter 2 and it just breaks.
I mean, I imagine we would get into it and then we would immediately bad end.
Mm.
There's
Just
also
because-
like we can do chapter 2 and then go back to do chapter 1. Technically, that doesn't hurt anything except our own time.
It does risk the bad end I mentioned.
Is the bad ending the thing that's giving us our weird paper effects?
I mean, that's what happened after the second time we batted ended in chapter 4 of Legion of Iron.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess 1 is safer.
All right. So is that also for chapter 1 then, Crystal?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it seems that 1 has a win by virtue of luck, partially, since I brought it to a 3-1 in favor of 1. Okay, 1 moment. Let me go ahead and set this up.
Also, where's Jamie?
Dead.
They've been sick.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Yeah, unlucky. You open up the book once more, returning back over to the familiar chapter, arriving back here on the road. You see the desert sandstorm there in the distance, and you also see the hyenas, familiar as usual, there around the rocks.
I'm going to immediately commune with nature, and I'm going to attempt to sense the Azumar crystals within 3 miles.
The sandstorm is more than 3 miles away.
Oh, well. Okay, let's just kill the hyenas real quick then.
The hyenas have died.
Well,
I guess we can wait until the sandstorm is within 3 miles so that I can sense them, and then truthfully tell Valen I just sent some crystals and ask her to teleport over to us.
You got sending?
I have telepathy. I'm pretty certain we're within 18 miles of her.
Is it a new day? Does it count as a new day?
Depends on what you mean.
Does it
Oh,
count
we haven't taken a long rest, so whatever.
If that's what you're saying,
Wait,
then no, you're
wait,
not
did
taking
I?
long
I
rest.
didn't. I rolled for the morning we woke up, right? I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah.
Yes, because nameless came out. Yes, okay, never mind.
Yes,
We're
yes,
good.
yes.
And that was very fortuitous considering how useful they are in sumo.
Sumo?
So that means this should be a cat. Oh.
Oh.
There's 2.
I like how Jachira turned around and then things just disappeared from their sight when they did. Amazing.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them.
Alright.
Oh, I think your monitor keeps flickering. I don't know why.
You await, and within about 10 minutes or 20 minutes, the sandstorm has cleared substantial distance. And is within range of your commune of nature.
Ping. Do I get any pings back?
Yes, there are. You can detect that there are crystals there within or rather, there are worms nearby, right? And that there are crystals within them.
Alright. I'm pretty certain we're within 18 miles of the depot, so I should be able to telepathically call to Valen and inform her that I've just sensed some Azumar crystals inside of some purple worms, and I would like her to teleport over to help.
All right, hold on. Before that, I apologize, Crystal. I should have named him something else besides crystals. I'm just imagining every time I say Azumar Crystal, it's like, huh? Oh, okay.
No, I actually hear the word crystal enough used in like normal
Bro, my
language.
name
that
is
I don't
Mark.
react
Come
to
on.
it that much. So
And I go by Wizard, which is very used
Okay,
in
you
D&D.
all have unfortunate names. Never mind. Sorry.
Hey. I resent that.
Do you mean raise
it doesn't really bother me that much.
Okay.
See, but
You
I have it like
telepathically reach
extra
out.
bad because of the room where it's like, oh hi Mark. I have it like extra bad. It's really fucked up actually.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Certain things have brought ruination to this family.
So true.
Congratulations.
All right. You go ahead and reach out telepathically to Valen, who replies, "Wait, you managed to discover crystals out there? I can't get there in time. This is our only opportunity.
Can she not teleport?
I'd have to channel my teleportation to get over there.
How long does it take?
I will
It's
relay
going to
the
take at
question.
least an hour.
Oof.
Hour, what
That's-
the hell?
Fine.
You say as the sandstorm is currently careening onto your location.
Does
Wait,
it
how
look like
far are
we're
we?
in the... Are we on the outskirts? It looks like... Is it going to head the center straight through us, or are we on the outskirts?
You're not sure if the center of the sandstorm is the one that's heading toward you. The sandstorm is heading toward you, but that doesn't mean that the center of it is heading directly toward you.
If I
It is
commune with
large
nature and ask about the sandstorm, would I learn that?
Jared, did you say Valen could detect the crystals because you have non-detection on you?
She can't detect them while they're on me.
Because of non-detection.
Yes.
Oh, I feel that is worth mentioning that Nameless is also under non-detection.
Hmm.
In case it's relevant at some point. Anyway, go on.
Get, the commune of nature would not give you information about the sandstorm. It doesn't. It's not listed under any of the things it can give you info about.
Yeah, you're right. I guess weather doesn't count as terrain.
A
How far away are we
reasonable,
from the
argument.
depot? I thought she could just walk here.
You were still like, I'm trying to remember the exact. It's at least like 20 or 30 minutes.
I guess
Why
that's
don't
one
we
time-
kind of just estimate where we can get to in 1 hour and have Valen teleport there, like away from the
Well,
sandstorm?
what
and
if we just
wait for
meet
it?
her in the? What if we just meet her in the middle? You know,
Yeah, like we'll
15
just
minutes.
meet her wherever the sandstorm will be in an hour based on our
No,
movements.
no, not an hour. We just meet her in the middle from here to the depot. The sandstorm hits us in 15 minutes, and surely it's gonna take like
Oh, how long does it take to get back to the depot?
30 minutes. You said.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Ish.
Yeah, so we
But
just
I-
walk towards the depot for 15 minutes. Be like, all right, walk, this direction for 15 minutes. You'll see us. Sandstorm's gonna hit us right as soon as you get here, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
All
I
right.
think
it was further away.
let's stick near the plants, just in case we have a way to get out in emergency if fucking Aramark shows up again.
Yeah, that would suck, eh?
So did you tell her to immediately start making their way over?
Yeah.
I can't let this opportunity pass up. I'll begin moving immediately.
Bring snacks.
I won't really.
Very
that.
hungry. IRL, so yes, please
Bring
bring
some
snacks.
cheese.
We need like a mouse for Nameless or something. Oh. Is that racist?
Mouse for
Probably.
Requesting use of the elocution radio to request snacks.
This is their function. Okay, hold on. 1 second.
Who are you sticking to, by the way, Nameless?
I don't know. Who do you want me to stick to? Who needs sticking?
Gray, probably. The other two of us here are fairly durable.
Yeah. I say we let them aggro tank, and then we just sort of help. Every
If
now
I
and
get
then.
eaten by a worm, I'll just kill it from the inside. It's fine.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy style.
I mean, unironically, I probably could get away with that because I have acid
Same.
resistance and blind sight.
Here, you guys can ride this.
You
For now.
typically are restrained while eaten, but that's still a lot less damage from the
I
acid
cannot be
than
restrained.
outside.
Fine. I cannot be stopped.
He's
You're
unstoppable.
actually
Yeah.
pulling a Drax.
Yeah, I can't be. What is it? Restrained, paralyzed, stunned, or grappled. Wait, so maybe getting
Alright.
eaten by the worm is the proper play because don't they have less AC from the inside or something like that?
It's more like they do less damage to you on the inside, honestly.
Hmm.
This is literally Drax. Do they have less AC on the inside of their body? No.
Why? Is their stomach lining made out of steel like their carapaces or what?
Yeah, what the heck?
No, I just could ask from Guardians of the Galaxy. It was what Gamora said to them.
Yeah, like freaking.
Why would
Wait,
you
have
think that?
you guys watched Legend of Vox Machina?
I have not. I thought I've heard about
Oh my god, they literally fly up the dragon's butt and stab him.
Huh.
it. Oh,
I
Yeah.
oh
didn't
no.
see.
Spoilers, by
I
the
did
way.
not know about this.
Spoilers.
I've-
Wow.
I've never heard of this before.
I'm still on
That's
the.
nice.
Oh, you never heard it?
evil
Oh,
Mind
it's
Flayer arc.
it's just a famous D&D group.
Oh.
Yeah, they turned it into the show thing, right?
Yeah, they turned
Was
into
it?
a show.
Yeah. Okay. You begin making your move over, right? Or rather, we were staying here, and Val was making her way over.
Well, no, we're trying to meet her halfway, so she only has to walk 15 minutes instead of 30 minutes.
I mean, I wanted to stick
Okay.
near plants so that we had an emergency transport via plants.
Oh, I thought you didn't have a slot for that.
I mean, I didn't want to have to be forced to use it, but I do have a slot for it if I have to. Because that's
Oh.
better than getting eaten one shot by Aramark,
Hmm.
whatever the fuck it's called.
I mean,
I see.
from what I gather, it's like, I mean, I feel like it's like the outer layer is just worms, and then Aramac's like on the inner layer.
Yeah, but we just don't know if we're on the outer layer or the inner layer now, or which part is going to be the next part of the sandstorm we're touching.
Probably the outer layer.
I vaguely
Keep it simple.
recall. I vaguely recall another party getting TPK trying to do this exact same thing.
No, they got CVK at the pyramid, didn't they?
They got
Yes,
TPK'd
that
a
too.
lot.
Yes, they all died to some worms. I just remember that, some purple worms.
I'm pretty certain they were like level 4 at the time, though.
Yeah,
They were
but I'm
actually
just
like
saying
level 2 when they ran to the sandstorm.
Oh
I'm just saying
yeah,
I'm just saying it
I remember
happened.
that now.
They
Uh,
ran
fucking-
into the sandstorm at
They
level 2.
chased
I mean,
the sandstorm
theoretically, we
in
should be
Pinocchio
fine. If it looks
81 the
dicey, we'll
first
eat
time.
out.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
hopefully we don't die.
You get over to the halfway point. Just for simplicity, I'm placing you on the dunes map. Technically, it's the terrain kind of looks closer to the
Why are we
line of the
there?
map, but
I thought they were supposed to be.
Hmm?
We're sticking with the plants so that we have a way out.
Yeah, he was saying he
were you
wants
not
to...
moving to the halfway point?
I
If there's
thought
no
we-
plants
guess you
there, then
are.
no.
Yeah, he wants to be able to transfer via plants. So
Okay, I guess the terrain is closer to this anyway, so we'll just say about 15 minutes. Looks suspiciously similar to this.
Pretty convenient.
Yeah, maybe like here at the center instead or something.
there we go. Yeah, so the depot's over here on the left. Our starting point's over here on the right.
Yeah, as within 10 minutes, the sandstorm is encompassed so far that you can't see beyond, like, uh, you can barely see out at a distance in front of you. It is so thick of sand. You don't have Golem here to repel the sandy winds this time.
Is Jajira not gonna like grow in size?
The thing about being bigger is that you are a bigger target
Are you?
in terms of AOE's. Like it'll be easier to hit multiple people if we're both huge, you know.
Mm.
Although
I
if I get big enough to a certain point, it's possible they might not be able to vor me.
Uh-huh.
Is this sandstorm still
I
flyable?
think not being vored is pretty important.
I mean, I
As
think
you're trying
they
to
do less damage on the inside.
You try to fly, Ari, and it's taking effort to stay afloat. Like you're having to make athletics checks and having to land back on the ground in order to maintain your footing. The sandstorm is getting increasingly thick, and the worms have not yet attacked. Although it's getting like denser and denser and harder to see.
Can I?
Within another 2 minutes, you're having trouble seeing more than like 10 feet in front of you. As you receive a telepathic message from Valen. I am getting a bit in over my head here. I'm getting blown around by the sand.
She should be really close to us.
I don't think I have anything to help with the sand.
I miss Golem.
I mean, I could tell her that if it's too dangerous for her, she can fall back.
I'll try to make my way. No, this is our only opportunity. I'll try to find you.
Do we want to create like a beacon of sorts?
Do you have any suggestions on how to do that?
I could conjure the dragon storm. That's kind of noticeable. But it's also probably really noticeable to things that use tremor sense, so we might get more worms on us than we'd like.
I don't know how visible the dragon storm will be if you're still like a few minutes away inside a sandstorm.
I don't have much else in the way of beacon then.
I mean, she's going straight-ish, and she
I mean,
can
if
fall
we're-
back. She can.
I mean, we're technically we're on the road, right? We can just tell her that to stick to the road, that we're on the road.
Yeah, I mean, she should know how to get here. She knows where we are. It's just a matter of if she can.
If nothing else, she should be able to divine Diesel right now
Hello, girl. Welcome.
Why should she be able to find Diesel?
because you're not non-detections like me. You're nameless.
Oh, yeah. Also, hello,
As
fellow
you
red team member.
as you're listening like a podcast, as you are in the sandstorm waiting for further communication about that, you can feel it, the ground beginning to move. They are near.
Does Growl warp into existence?
Given that they're podcasting.
Yeah, and also somebody should share the screen in that point, please.
Oh.
So that they can see it, but like visually.
I will detect for worms and also Aramark in a 3-mile radius.
The worms are, one might even say, within initiative distance.
But I don't detect Aramark.
No.
Okay, good.
I
We're
don't
only
know
just going to be fighting 25 worms. We're all chill.
easy.
Listen, they can just eat me and I will just kill them from the inside. This is so easy. You have no idea.
I heard "eat me out," but I don't think that's what he said.
I do
Mm,
not want these worms to eat me out.
hmm.
Are we rolling initiative though?
Yes. Like, how close are the worms within initiative rolling distance?
Hoggers in 8.
Could I
And
have,
you beat me.
could I have long strided before the initiative? If we knew they were coming?
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like we had enough warning that the worms were coming. Yeah. Incidentally, if you can believe it, I'm gonna rage. I know, so crazy,
Whoa.
right?
Absolute insanity.
Also, I don't know if my
Did
PC
you have a
can...
new add-on for disadvantage?
Yeah, check it out. It's so cool. You can just click the button and it keeps your original roll and then rolls it at advantage or disadvantage. Try it. It's really cool.
Hmm.
Isn't it so cool?
Okay, I made a mistake and I didn't check my number the first time.
Your
Well,
number was
it keeps
18.
Yeah,
Okay.
it keeps your
It
original
keeps
roll.
it.
Wait, I'm confused.
This might be one of my favorite modules.
Yeah, so go back to
Actually.
normal and it's still an 8.
Oh, it toggles this window basically. Okay, I see. Okay.
This is the biggest quality of life
Does
improvement
it
from a
jump
single
down for
module
you
we've had in
guys?
a long
Does it
time.
scroll to the bottom for you guys whenever you click one of them? One of the buttons?
I've never tried.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
does, doesn't
that's
it?
why I was confused. Okay, anyway.
Ah. Well,
Oh,
not every
one thing,
module is perfect.
one thing that's notable is if you change your initiative roll from like normal to advantage or something, it does not update the combat tracker.
Ah, true. You have to just tell me to update it then. That's a valid
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, it's fine though. I was just messing around with it, so my initiative is still correct.
Diesel's got it, Ari.
Oh, yeah. Oh, as you were.
Oh, there's a hyena at the bottom of the map.
It's a dead hyena.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you killed all the hyena. I like how it's just like, we killed a hyena. She killed a hyena. Done.
Yeah. One of the worms actually
No
just
combat
jumps up
necessary.
and grabs their dead body.
All
Is
right,
that
I
the
think
same
that's all the
hyena
initiatives.
that,
Then?
like, tried to run away and then Nameless went in their shadow and just beat it with a club to death over a long period back in many
Probably.
sessions ago?
All right. As initiative rolled, they're currently hidden, right, buried in the sand. But I will tell you that Nameless and Eri, you both get the first move this turn. You do telepathically hear, the sandstorm is throwing me around, and I can hear things inside the sands.
Probably the purple worms.
Oh, I could have activated like my runes and stuff beforehand, right? Same with
Yes.
I
Yeah.
will mention again. They work on tremor sense. She can try to hide her vibrations with her illusions. I believe. if she wants to go to undetected. Or
I'll
maybe
try.
she can just float in the air. That might also work. I don't know if she can resist the winds doing that though.
You don't have wings and you can fly. You like fly like magically. Like, it shouldn't affect you, right?
I imagine it would still be hard.
I mean, depends on the mechanism with which you use to fly, which I don't know what it is for magic.
Um,
Oh, I just realized. Remember how the bad end happens if she dies? I just
Yeah.
realized that we put that into as a possibility this year.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought you considered that already.
I mean, I assumed that an illusionist like her would be fine, but I guess the
Mhm.
winds are a bit too much for her strength save.
Where would you like to cause these tremors? With thaumaturgy. Okay, I see it. Does it require targeting a point you can see? Because you cannot see. It is so thick here that seeing any more than beyond like 5 feet in front of you is basically impossible.
Does that have to be a place that you can visually see, or like, what if you have like tremor sense too? Can
That
you
counts
cast?
as sight.
Okay.
That counts as sight.
Let me look at the spell.
It says you create one of the following effects within range.
Okay, then it doesn't require it as you can see aspect. Then yeah, you're good.
Sound.
Literally, yeah. You
And
okay? Anything else in your turn, Ray? However, note that if you're trying to fly around, you're going to have to make an athletics check.
yeah, no,
Otherwise, you're going to have to remain on the ground.
yeah, I've removed the height from the tokens. Would dodging like so when you take the dodge action, do you actually have to? Would that like create vibrations, or is it more just you get ready to dodge so you can dodge easier if something comes up?
It's closer to being ready to dodge, I think.
Cool. Then Holly will dodge, and that's me.
Yeah, because that'd be kind of dumb if you were just like, Dark Souls rolling in place over and over
Yeah.
for 6 seconds.
Yeah. You're like a rogue that's dodging, and you just see them like doing like gymnastics just in place,
Havel
just for
flipping.
fun.
Like, what are you doing? The mental image is so funny.
Never tell them your next move. Is you just do a backflip in place.
All right, and Nameless, you just converted to reaction for your turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That lasts for a minute as well, so it's gonna be there for a while.
All right. The purple worm, this purple worm is beginning to move. You can hear it, Ray, and actually literally feel the sand as a massive purple worm seems to descend literally inches away from you where you are, diving down into the sand onto where your tremor was created. It spurts sand up into your face. You can feel the ground all around beginning to move as I presume that all of you are kind of standing still at the moment.
Yes.
I'm still considering whether I should just not do that. Just like I actually think it might be a totally viable strategy to let it eat me.
Well, could you could you do that a little bit further away from us? It's rather large and it has, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
was
centered
Diesel
on me.
intending to do that? Or are they waiting until their turn?
It's so tempting, but like if it fails, then I'm just dead, right?
Nah, I got you.
What'd you say? You got me?
I got you. I'll take you off the no heal list for this one fight.
No, I'll wait for a second.
All right, then you don't feel any other attack. You just kind of the ground around you is quaking in every direction.
For my action, I ready a Draconic Spark.
Where is
You also
Jojira?
receive.
Where did Jojira
You
go?
also receive another telepathic message. I'm trying to focus to
Oh,
use
yeah.
my magic, but the wind is blowing me around.
Just let us know if you get
Where
it.
are all of you?
I'm gonna tell her to prioritize self-preservation if she has to. Like, if we can get these.
I'm just imagining that telepathically you hear the sandstorm whooshing around you.
Just like a
It's all your
walkie-talkie.
turns.
I can also send her like our current locations, maybe like as a mental screenshot.
Um. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna just get ready to smackinate a purple worm within 30 feet of me.
Oh yes, before I forget, at the start of your turns, the wind is picked up even more intensely. Please make athletics checks.
Oh boy.
Yeah, sure. I think I passed.
I have advantage on this. How do I make it auto advantage?
You can just set that in the ability. If you go to attributes and then I think you can set. Oh wait, can you not? No.
If I have the enhanced size still on me, I don't think I ever had it removed. Does that give advantage on?
I think so. I think it's strength and con.
Crystal, I'll put an effect that you can use.
Oh, it's
Until
an
the spell
effect. I
ends,
feel
it
like
has
I should
advantage on
have
strength
something like
checks.
Yeah.
that, but I don't.
This is look in campaign chat, Crystal. This is what I used.
Okay.
That
I
flag.
think it's unique.
Yeah, you can just. It gives me advantage on strength checks. So
Okay. Oh, I just don't have this
Okay.
on.
Jojira, you are pushed by the sand.
Is that a
Partially,
failure?
just 10 feet. Yes.
If that's I can use Nameless's talisman to add 1d4.
Okay, go for it.
I think you
Actually,
wait,
that counts as
you-
displacement,
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
it?
you're far away.
I might not need to add the 1d4 because I don't think I can be pushed by the winds. Because I'm unstoppable.
He's unstoppable.
yeah, if people are failing these checks, Diesel will move around in a fighting sense and create tremors to try and protect.
I'm thinking about what the displacement counts as in this case. Presumably, yes. I'm just thinking. My hunch is that it does not actually displace you.
Yeah, the wording is any effect that attempts to unwillingly push or pull you.
Yeah. Okay. Then Holly is moved around a little bit also.
Yeah, if there's unwilling movement to the sandstorm, Diesel will willingly move to try and get their attention while still preparing to smackinate a worm that comes in range.
I will. If Holly gets blown out, I will also like, as I'm riding Holly, so I'll go with them.
All right. Actually, where is Jojira? I don't see them on the map.
A little near Diesel. Bottom left near Diesel.
Oh, okay. I see them now. Yeah.
Um,
It's because they're small.
yeah, thinking on it, Diesel's definitely trying to create tremors, and he's much larger, so the tremors might be more bigger, you know.
Bigger meat.
Exactly.
All right. So ready to action Ray, ready to action Diesel, and Jojira.
I said I readied a Draconic Spark, like right as it became our turn.
All right. Well, it is now the purple worm's turn. Purple worm turn.
You said worms.
Come at me, worms.
All right. Immediate, like you can't see it as it emerges out, descending down from the sky, pretty much collapsing down onto both of your locations here. It attempts to bite, and since you could not see it in advance,
I
it
have
has
blind sight.
advantage on this.
Would blind sight not prevent that? Because I definitely can see it.
Yes, and you would be able to see them when they hit with this.
So what you're saying is I could also smackinate it as it's doing this.
Yes.
I also have blind sight, and I have my ready to action should go off before its attack. I think.
You fool.
Go for it.
Can I see it, or is it too
4 and an 8.
sandy?
Too sandy. Anything that's more than like 5 feet away from your face is too far to see.
I miss Golem.
Both of the attacks connect on first.
Alright, oh my lord.
Heavy hitting
Wow.
Draconic Spark.
Yeah. My modules have changed like 10 times. Let me make sure it's rolling the right thing. God damn it. Yeah, I don't have the damage formula or roll groups module
What?
on. Oh wait.
Impossible.
Wait, there it is.
I was like, impossible, I haven't changed anything. And a 32 swing onto that. As the purple worm, it hits both of you with this, I believe. I don't think the ACs are above 28.
Excuse me.
Gojira can shield, yeah.
All right, will you shield?
I'm using my free shield.
But instantly that does hit me. I do not have the ability to gain 8 AC.
You take 51 damage from the hit.
I don't think I
And
will.
make dexterity saving throw.
You resist both those damage types, I think.
I sure do. It's 18. Wait, where is the damage? It's okay. So 18 plus. I will take. I think you'll find 15 damage. And then you said a dex
And
save,
did we... Yes, dex save.
right?
Alright, as you manage to avoid being consumed by the purple worm, which descends back down into the sands. Meanwhile, right here, all 4 of you, another worm emerges out, slamming down onto this location and biting down once more. That's a 27.
Aha, I see you now.
Could you see them beforehand? Do you have like blindside of any kind?
No, I'd only see them as they're trying to eat me.
This is an attack. Wait, it's an attack
Yeah, it's
roll
27.
with a saving throw. That is at disadvantage.
Okay, so that's just normal then, unless you have some way of seeing them.
I have blind sight.
Out to what range? Like 10 feet also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would Sanctuary
Blind
work
sight,
for this? For this,
So they rolled a
attack?
27 and a 27, so it's the same either way.
Oh.
Disadvantage,
how do you
advantage,
see that?
normal, it's 27. I just rolled it twice, that's why.
Oh, okay. We can't actually see it on the thing. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I just recalled what the first roll was. It was a 27 the first time.
Okay.
You're not using the fancy new disadvantage
can't-
button.
It doesn't work with the attack rolls, because there's a different module that works with the attack rolls.
That's kind of weird. Hang on. What is his modifier? 9. Oh boy.
Actually, their modifier is 14 in total.
Sorry, I was fiddling with my monitor. Let me re-pull up my Excel sheet. I'll just use shields for this probably. I'll use something. Holly and Ray don't take any damage.
Oh, like you're redirecting the attacks? Because you're going to be attacked 3 times if you redirect both of those.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just put a shield up so it doesn't hit.
Does Shieldmaster work like that? Because it's also attacking
So
you.
I have mounted combatant, and shield master.
Right. If you're redirecting the attacks, all the other attacks are going to redirect to you. So there's going to be 3 attacks you'll have to avoid, not just one.
Shield lasts for the
Okay.
full turn. Or round.
All right. Then first, Diesel, are you going to get your 27 hits, I believe, right?
Yep.
Make a dexterity saving throw against this.
Alright.
All right. As you avoid it and take the 49 piercing and acid from the gaping maw right there, and then on to Nameless. Let's see if this hits. This will be at disadvantage if you noted. So let me see. That's not a disadvantage. So 27 and 17. That misses. 33 at disadvantage. That is going to connect.
I'm gonna have it do something. I forgot how to play nameless. Is there another worm? Is it just one worm attacking us right now?
Yeah, that was
That
just
was-
a singular worm.
Wait, it managed to get a leap and AoE bite twice?
Yeah.
Huh?
I,
That's a
I wish
second worm.
I could. I wish I could see. Like,
And
oh,
why'd
I
you say
can
there's
see
only
my
one
face,
worm?
19 and 20.
As in, this is one worm that made all these attacks.
It was the second worm made all these attacks.
There are 2 worms. The first worm attacked you, the second worm's attacking them. This one worm is attacking all 4 of these times.
That's a lot of worms. Okay, I have something called Runic Shield that
Worm.
Jay buffed. When you you create honest.
Can you have a wisdom save while Crystal's doing this?
Amazing.
Okay, so I take the damage from the 33 one.
Okay. I forgot I did that. You take 33 damage from that and make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit. Oh.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Is that an all or
That's
nothing?
a lot of sources of flat modifiers on that.
It
There is
is.
a lot of sources of flat modifiers.
Come on, let me check something. Okay, yeah. Strength saving throw. All right, so you managed to use your formidable strength to hold off the bite after taking the 33 damage as it sends back over into the desert once more.
Okay, I have a question. If
Yes.
I am resistant to one of those damage types but not the other, is there a quick button to apply that? Because it looks like the buttons only do it like the entire thing.
No, not that I'm aware of. You just have to kind of see the difference.
Okay, well, anyways.
Because it's what, 21 piercing and 10 acid, that one?
Yeah, I just subtracted it because I'm resistant to everything, but I was just asking for the future.
Does the
This is not the last time y'all are getting bitten. There's another worm as well.
does the bell do anything?
Wait, so you said there was another worm,
yeah,
so
I
there is
did-
another worm, right?
This is
there
the
is
third
3
worm.
worms that you saw.
There are 3 worms so far.
Okay, because I needed to know because I wanted to redirect the text, but that's fine. We'll keep going.
Okay, and then if you're redirecting these attacks also, then all of those will miss as you kind of use your shadowy shields to deflect the blow of the worm as it maneuvers through.
Just to make sure, the first one was
That
an
seems
18,
to
so
be
that misses me
all
too,
of
right?
That seems to be all in terms of what the damage that they do.
Could
Aqua, the first one rolled an 18, so it missed, right?
Correct. That's why
Okay,
I didn't do anything else. It
yeah,
missed everything.
I just wanted to make sure because the rolls were pretty quick.
Yeah.
Incidentally, this turn, instead of trying to attack, I want to try and grab the first worm and stop it from going back on the ground.
All right, so you're readying a grapple then.
Yes. And
Okay.
frozen grasp allows me to grapple creatures of any size. So even though they're more than 2 sizes larger than me, or 3 sizes larger, or however much grappler is,
Oh,
I can still grab it.
interesting. All right. That worm takes an additional 6 damage added.
Did it look unsettled by the bell?
It looked like it took a little bit of necrotic damage from the bill.
God damn it.
So the what was it, dolorous noise didn't mean anything.
The Taco Bell dong effect did not seem to and noticeably stop it from entering back into the sand after its attack. If that's what you're asking.
I want a refund on this damn bell.
I'm gonna move away from Ray and Holly as well.
Oh, okay. I did have a reroll that I could use the next time I get hit.
I'm trying to like move away from them so that if something's hitting me, it's not hitting them, kind of thing. If that's possible.
Got it.
I don't exactly know where that will be, but that's kind of my goal.
Got it. And what about you, Jojiro?
Just thinking about setting up a hazard around them, maybe.
Why not just activate your Dragon Storm? So that every time they pop out, they take some damage.
I'm just worried about attracting more. That's all.
I got you.
But if I do it like this... Don't mind me, I'm just modifying my token real quick.
While you're doing that, Ray, what are you up to?
Can I keep up with where I only have 2 reactions?
Does Nameless need verbal components and things to do any of their stuff?
No.
Cool. Then we're gonna do some experimenting, because I ain't got much going for me.
If I stick half of my body out and I need to use components, does that work? Of a silence? Or do I have to be all the way out of a silence?
You can presumably stick out part of your body to do so. Silence doesn't stop you from casting; it just makes you quiet, right? And so
Yeah, I mean, like
part
you
of you is out of
can't
the-
cast the verbal components for silence, right?
right.
Like
So
you
as long as
mentioned.
it seems, as probably as long as half your body's out, it's reasonable to assume you could just put your face out there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Beam into the void on the opposite side.
That being said, you are getting another telepathic message. Things have gotten quite dire. It's one of them is beginning to hunt me. I'm moving as fast as I can out of its way.
We're gonna give out and kill you guys.
You should ask her how close she is to the fork in the road, because presumably there's not many forks in the road, and she should know where this is.
And we're not at the fork, I thought. Like, the fork is our starting point. This just happens to look suspiciously similar, right?
Now, maybe there are 2 forks in the road. Exactly 2.
I just had to run off the road a little bit in order to avoid its last attempted strike on me. I'm trying to find where it is again. I can't be far from it. I don't go that far from it.
I am gonna move closer to Valen.
Try
Wherever
to
she
not
might
make
be.
vibrations.
I mean, I'm a big, clumsy turtle.
Nah, I mean Valen.
I'm trying. I can't. The wind just keeps pushing me around.
I suggest thaumaturgy to her to make some tremors, if she has it.
Before you use silence, Ray, note that there is a difference between creating sound and creating vibrations in the ground.
God damn it. Well, it's it's an experiment, you know.
Okay. Just making sure. I'm not saying it won't work. I'm just telling you that they are distinctly different. All right, so Diesel, you have your action ready. Jojira, what were you doing? You said.
I mean, I was going to do something different with my Dragon Storm, but I'm wondering if maybe I should just be trying to attract attention.
Oh, Aqua.
Yes.
That worm, the first worm that hit both me and Jojira that I had a ready to action on, its AC should be reduced by 1.
Got it. All right, I'll keep that in mindful.
Its AC is also reduced by 1 because of me, too.
Got it.
I'm going to go with Dragon Storm Classic. I am going to conjure the Lightning Dragon Storm.
Summon the storm.
Oh, whoops, I guess I didn't save it. There we go, blue. But yeah, I also moved my 30 speed to the left.
Where is Ray? Oh, you're on top of Holly. Okay.
And for my action, I'm going to ready another bark.
Do we have any
All right.
indication of where the worms are when they're under the ground? Like, is there any like more trembling at a certain point?
Even
Also
if
have
we
Holly make
could,
an athletics check if you would, please.
and even if we could detect where exactly they were under the ground, I think that's full cover against anything we have.
Um, should
You can add
Ray
1d4 to
and
that,
should
or
Ray
2d4 to that.
and Nameless be this far apart? I thought Nameless was on Ray.
Yeah, you see Holly. You know how tumbleweeds like blow across the desert? That's how Holly looks for a moment before they regain their bearings.
I think I might just save the 1d4.
Okay.
I don't think
And
the
Nameless, are you
mine's
ending your
pushing.
turn over there?
Next, I'm on top of Ray.
Yeah,
Okay.
How big are these worms? They're like 30 feet across?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Is it possible for me to be within Nameless's aura, but not like a worm could hit all of us at the same time?
No. Assuming that it's attacking optimally, it would always have a way of being able to hit both of you in that case. Whether it's
Okay.
smart enough to do so is a separate question.
Okay. I will. So, but yeah, however, I guess I'll try and make it so it has to attack me, and I'll make the stompies.
All right, then in order.
The tremors from Thomas heard you are still there, by the way, as well.
And I'm also creating lightning, which usually creates thunder, which usually is vibrations.
All right. The purple worm makes its way as it sends down. You see it, Diesel. First, it tries to bite you at the same time that you go for the grapple.
Okay. It will be making its counter of the grapple at disadvantage.
Okay. First, the bite, 71 damage. At disadvantage. Wow, they're really good at rolling doubles today. I was just thinking about the order. All right, so the worm bites down onto you, right? As it kind of tries to clamp down on your whole body, you hold one hand up, one hand down, and you kind of stop its jaws from clamping any further down, literally bracing against it as it tries to dig back down. Your feet pressing so far into the ground. It's like creating like a small crater underneath you inside of the sand. As the worm stops moving and just kind of almost freezes in place and just kind of slams its body down. Your hands clenching its jaws open.
A small bit of it is in my Dragon Storm.
Oh. What's that? Is that? It gets singed by little lightning.
If we have access to Elocution FM, I will communicate that this is there is a worm immobilized.
I am also telepathic.
Oh, okay. I still am going to call it Elocution FM because
Yeah, they have better branding.
yeah.
Hey,
You don't get a successful podcast back in Candlekeep for nothing.
hey, Jojo, do you have like, from what I recall, you have like big sources of single attack damage, right? Elemental damage.
Yeah,
Cool. Do you want one of the worms to
Speaking
have
of-
vulnerability?
quite possibly. But speaking of which, my ready to action should be going off on this one. Just let me find the fucking spell real quick.
Go for it. Pachoon. How far is your blind sight?
30 feet.
Does Character Sense count as a proficiency that can be shared from Sin?
It does not.
Dang it.
It's a sense.
Form goes for the bite.
That is not sufficient.
Right. As it descends back into the ground. The other one over here seems to attack inside of a different way, actually. As you're waiting for it to dive down onto the location here, you see something else happen instead. From beneath your feet, unable to be seen, it reclams outward, jaws open, and tries to bite all of you at the same time.
Like
Since this was
who's all of you?
the four of you right there, three of you in the same location here, Nameless, Holly, and
Ray.
Aaron.
That is some
I was like, which one do I say, Ray or Aaron?
Jesus.
This will be advantage unless you have some sort of tremor sense.
Blind sight isn't enough.
It's attacking from underneath, so you can't see it.
I mean, blind sight is usually flavored as a preternatural awareness of.
It can't go past total cover still. Blind sight doesn't just go past total cover.
I have a thing that forces something to be a disadvantage, so reroll that.
I have not rolled it yet. That's not its actual roll.
Oh,
This is the actual roll.
Disadvantage.
This one's at. Alright, disadvantage. Let's see. 26 and 18. Alright, so that misses you, Nameless. This next one at advantage is. Oh, wait, no, it's normal then. So it's a 26.
okay, that's
Your
the.
shield should have expired by that point, so I think that's enough to hit you unless you have some way of increasing your AC.
So okay, that thing. Me having 3 sources of disadvantage that it doesn't help. How many shields have I used?
One so far.
Sure, let's use another one. 2 shields.
Alright, that makes it miss then. It goes for the attack onto Eri, which will
And
be at
everything just
normal.
comes back to me.
And then
I can
just
tank
comes
an
back.
attack
60.
roll, you know.
yeah, you can if you had something ready for it, then go for it. By the way, it turns out the silence did nothing. It is in fact the case that silencing the ground does not
God,
stop the
fucking damn.
tremors.
The bell, the silence, fucking. You know what? Yuki was right. Get the fucking 10,000 ball bearings. I mean, if you want to redirect the attacks, go ahead. But I do have like
They already did. They all
mounted
missed.
combat. Oh, I see. I should have then.
Aqua, I had a question earlier. What was the order that you said for the purple worm attacking me when I was trying to grapple it? Does the grapple
It
happen
hit
first? Does
you,
the buff-
right? They happen simultaneously. It managed to hit you at the same time that you grappled it, so it wasn't able to swallow you or even attempt to swallow you. You held it in place.
Okay.
You are at the beginning of this turn. You are literally holding its jaws open.
Nice.
With your bare hands. Well, not bare hands. You have gauntlets on.
it's our turn now.
Yes.
I'll tell Jojira that to do the big electric blast.
Oh, you're giving them vulnerability to all damage.
Using either
On one
abilities.
attack if it passes the save, I believe. So
Can I use second chance to roll, and then use to force a reroll, and then use runic shield to reroll?
Yeah, if it happens, it's possible for them to do a reroll to reroll.
Okay, which can you reroll that 26 one more time?
23.
Cool. I saved myself a spell slot.
Nice.
I mean, assuming Ray is doing her thing, I will Draconic Spark the one being held.
oh, it doesn't even get a save. It's just vulnerable.
I am going to reroll
What's giving you to reroll?
that. My Scion of the first Scion.
That's what?
It's my latest subclass feature. When I make a lightning attacks, I can reroll.
Yeah, just I ain't gonna lie, that just sounds stupid. Scion of the first Scion? What does that mean? You're a Scion of a Scion?
SCION and then PSION.
Okay.
Is that not pronounced Skion? I always thought it
Nope.
was for some reason.
Nope,
What,
it's
Scion?
Scion
No,
of the first
Scion?
Scion.
Oh,
That's a crit.
That's a vulnerability crit. Oh boy.
So that is 242 damage.
Wow.
What a hit. Crit into vulnerability combo.
Oh,
This
also,
Draconic Spark.
Aqua, at the start of my
Slammed into
turn, at the start of my turn, it also takes 16 damage.
And as a wave of frost emanates down it for an additional 16.
Yes.
Massive gaping blow to the side of the purple worm, as you can see its carapace is cracked in multiple places across it, and it roars out in pain.
All right.
Is it still up?
Oh, I was gonna
It is still alive.
smackinate it.
Oh, I mean, I can finish it with my breath weapon, I believe. It depends on whether you value your ability to act or my bonus action.
Maybe we
you
get Diesel
can-
to grab the next one if you can finish it. Maybe.
If I can finish
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, sure.
It's been so long. So I have to remember where everything is. Alright. It's a 30-foot line, so it's just in reach. So I will need to dex.
Shouldn't that be plus 13 instead of plus 3? Because don't you have like plus 10 to lightning damage, or that spells only?
It only applies to spells, and it's plus 12 now because my con mod is plus 6.
Ah,
Goes for the
Sadly,
dex save.
that is a failure.
Failing
20
as it takes.
damage.
It stops moving.
all right. I'm gonna throw its body off me and get ready to grab the next one.
Held into place. It's no longer a threat. Toss its carcass to the side.
I am going to move 30 more feet to the west towards Valen. So hopefully, like, she can see the lightning storm, or at least hear it, maybe.
I will also start heading that way.
It's a good thing this is probably too heavy for the sandstorm to blow away.
Meanwhile, Eric, what are you up to?
Well, I already did the action for the vulnerability, so
Oh, okay, I see.
if we need to try and fly,
Harry.
is it a check or a saving throw?
Alright, I'm back.
It's going to be an athletics check.
Is somebody dying?
The worm died.
The purple worm is dead.
Yes, the purple worm is dying. As in, it's
Okay.
dead. One of them has been slain. As Jojira landed a crit, and then Ray it made it vulnerable, so it doubled it from 121 to 242 damage at one shot.
Nice.
One wombo combo, 1-2.
Can you imagine if a league support could make you take double damage from the next hit?
Nah, no, that would be terrible. Very sad.
They should do it. They should do
No.
it. I watched it get triggered by like one tick of Twitch poison or something from 6 damage to 12.
Holy shit.
Consumed. Like, god damn it, no. All right, so you're trying to fly into the air, Ari?
Nah. all our strength is in saving throws, not ability checks. The worst.
All right, then, if that's all, then it is the purple worm's turns. From underneath your location, Dragera, you see that the worm is clasping up with its massive jaws yet again. 18 and 15, but it serves no function as it does nothing else except to send back in after probably taking a little bit of lightning storm damage. All right, so I'm just double checking stuff. And Nameless, you're presumably right next to Ray and Holly again.
Yeah. Oh, I saw they moved again. Yeah. Oh, hey, Diesel, you're in my aura.
All right, once again from underneath, the jaws clasp up. That's an 18 and a 24, which misses you, Nameless.
Okay.
Then on to Ray. Let's see, 21.
Is this
Which
advantage
is
on
redirected and
disadvantage?
misses.
I see.
It cancels out. Nameless. It has advantage from being attacking from under the ground, but it's a disadvantage because Nameless is redirecting
I see.
as it descends back down once more. The tremors once again disappear. All right, it is your turns once more.
How's Valen?
Like you're asking about their status.
Mm-hmm.
You are not getting a response.
But the chapter didn't end.
I mean, my telepathy bypasses total cover. And maybe she's just trying to concentrate on an illusion.
The worm seemed uninterested in attacking me. Do you guys think I should continue going left to try and get to Valen, or should I stick near the 3AU and grab whatever comes your way?
Grab.
What?
Grab.
Grab? Okay.
Grab, kill, destroy. So is it our turns again?
Yes.
Yes, it is all your turns. So, at the beginning of the turn, you attempted a telepathic message to Valen, and they did not respond.
Oh boy.
Nice. Got Valen killed 2 seconds in. Wait, were we like hurrying back towards the depot as fast as possible? Because we outran it the very first chapter, right?
We waited for a while for them to get into my
Yeah, we waited like 10 minutes.
commune of
Growls.
nature range.
Growl adds a contribution to all of this. They said, bruh.
Perhaps we should not do that next time, if there's a next time.
I just thought that I didn't realize that she was going to be so poorly suited to the sandstorm. I genuinely thought like being able vulnerable people with illusions was going to be useful for this.
I actually just
apparently
thought
she's-
she'd make it to us, like, like in time for us to like actually fight together.
Yeah, I thought
I
since we
don't-
were like trying to meet her halfway, there would have been enough time for her to get here.
Yeah, because we outran it easily last time.
And I
Oh,
thought she was
I don't-
supposed to be like good at illusions.
I didn't see why there'd be a problem.
um. So we know that the Azamar crystals are in these worms' bodies. Do we know like anything more, or that we just know it's in there somewhere?
Presumably it's in the bellies. So if you want to crawl in. Actually, that might be a decent place to hide from the other worms for the squishies. They could just crawl into the belly.
That's true.
If you suggest that, Ray is going to be horrified.
Hey, you can do a 2-for-1. You can search for crystals and you can be safe. Wow.
Can the skitter widget's defensive projection be aimed downwards, like beneath it?
I don't see why not. That being said, the projection is substantially
Thin.
smaller than the worm.
Yeah, it's too thin. It's tall, but not.
The worm just like shoves a Skittle Widget high in the air. That's what's gonna happen.
Um, Aqua, I have a question about readying in action, by the way.
Yes.
Are you able to ready movement along with your action?
No. Unless you're, I think it's just like you can ready to move, but that can't be used to like dodge things per se, right?
So I couldn't
Um,
do like I'm gonna ready that if a worm attacks the 3 of them over there, I jump up to it and try and grab it.
According
kind of thing.
to the ready
Right,
action,
right.
then you choose the action you will take in response to the trigger, or you choose to move up to your speed in response to it. So you can act or
okay.
move, but not both, according to the ready action thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I need to check something real quick. I'm going to use my action to shapeshift.
Shapeshift into nothing. Oh.
And then I'm
Holy
going
shit.
to run 70 feet westward with my movement.
All right. So don't mind. The terrain's not actually changed. I just it's like basically shifting the battlefield. If that makes sense.
I need to put the Dragon Storm on the token. It's still there.
Oh, I see. No, the dragon storm ran away. Turned into a galloping gator. You begin your movement further to the west. What are you up to, Diesel?
I'm going to grab whatever comes this way.
Alright.
Presumably a purple worm, you know?
Yeah. Okay, then the purple worms begin their movements. Galloping, moving as you can. That injured purple worm is still tracking you down as you see the jaws. Like like you're moving as fast as you can to the west, and you see it like appear out of the desert and try clamping down onto you one more time from beneath the sands.
Why
Hey,
is
why don't
there an alligator?
Ray? We can position ourselves on top of the dead purple worm's
That's
body
28.
so that the other one can't get to us from below.
That's 28, Jojiro.
That will hit, but it will activate my empathic feedback.
Jojir is an empath.
Oh, wait, it's Jojo.
Ray, did you hear what I said?
I only just got back. But
Oh.
yes.
Make a dexterity
I
saving throw,
said, oh my
Jojiro.
god, yeah.
We can use the thing as cover, right?
as it
Um.
eats this spicy as a snack that just hit it with in this empathic feedback. You have been swallowed and dragged down into the desert sands.
It did. Did you take the dragon storm damage first?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Um.
While that's happening,
No, I'm gonna say no. I have
I'm
not
going to
yet
say no.
used my legendary resistance.
All right, refusing to get consumed. The power of your empathic feedback amplifies further and knocks it off course as you are not swallowed down into the desert sands. So I was just adjusting its position and stuff. There we go. As for the meanwhile, Diesel, you're like ready to grab, right? As you see the jaws emerge down and try to clamp down onto all of your positions here. So, in order, I'll do yours last because it seems like it makes the most sense. First,
Wait,
this one
Jade,
went nameless.
did us
Hmm?
moving on top of the worm's body work so that it
Oh,
can't
you
attack us
moved
from
onto the
below?
worm's body?
Yeah, we moved on to the
I
worm's
see.
body.
All right, you move
It's like the
onto the
dead
worm's
one.
body. It's just on Diesel. You see that the jaws arrive up and clamp onto. They don't seem interested in biting onto the other purple worm. Right? It goes for the. I said that's not diving down from the sky. It also can't hit you on top of there. Not that I think it would want to try biting through the other purple worm anyway. 24 and 20 onto you, Diesel.
Yep, that hits.
Make a dexterity. Oh wait, no. Actually, you're going for the grapple on it. Go for it.
Yep. And it's making it a disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I'm gonna add a D4 to that.
All right, it's just about to try and clamp down. To like pull its body back into the sands, but a little bit of shadowy magic extends out and assists your grip, holding the jaws there in place. Like you can just see, like essentially like Diesel's right here, holding on to these jaws that are like like a mouth right there in the desert. It can't retract the mouth back down. It is stuck. All right, all of your turns.
Alright, it'll take 16 damage. Cold damage.
It roars in pain as you continue to hold its jaws open. It's like the worst ice cream toothache.
So true.
Do you need help with this, or should I go search for the crystal inside the worm?
Anything from Valen?
You reach out telepathically some more, and you're not getting a response.
Probably got eaten.
I'm okay for now. I mean, if you guys want to search for the Azumar crystal inside its body, you do you. You are either you capable of smackinating?
Nope.
Not necessarily, unless you've got
Huh.
like one big damaging attack you can do on it. I can give it vulnerability, but that's about it.
I mean, I can just crit.
I see. Then sure, why not? I'll do the vulnerability thing.
The vulnerability thing has been done, as you see. What does it look like, actually, when Ari does it?
So, well, it can be at range. You know, because like I'm essentially having to go into like melee to do this. She just flies up to them, or sort of like runs in the desert because with little feet, and just smacks it with their holy symbol, and then they just get illuminated in starlight. And then, like a fighting game, they just say, now, press Y, do the tag team thing, call in your buddy.
Wait, so does that mean that you can wait to see if I crit or no?
No, it's just the next attack.
Okay, I wasn't sure, you know? I wasn't sure if you had the power to hang on to that.
Unfortunately, I'm a
oh.
cleric, not a paladin.
Aqua. One thing
Yeah.
I forgot is from Deathmaster of Combos, as soon as it gets grappled, I can just whack it.
Oh, okay.
Because its speed became 0.
It's true, actually.
And I'm gonna go ahead and assume that I can only use one-handed weapons right now. That seems like a
That's
fair.
correct,
Yeah. All right.
You're using
Ah.
one hand to grab onto one of its largest teeth to make sure it doesn't move. As it tries to kind of like clamp down, you smack the jaw and it's trying to clamp down onto your position.
And
hit it.
Ray, to be clear, this was before our turn, so this would not have the vulnerability on it.
Yeah.
Smack. Oh, whoop, that's too much.
155. Holy shit.
No, not like this. There we go.
Okay, but then incidentally, now that it's mine, let's see. What's a funny weapon to use here?
The stop sign.
It's a two-handed weapon.
Not the stop sign.
How about the tentacle rod? Yeah, sure, why not? I haven't used that in a while. Oh, maybe I shouldn't use that. What the hell? What is that?
Looked like tentacles.
Does an 18 hit Aqua with its -1 AC?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Let me double check my roll groups on this.
Can we re-roll any of those for crit fishing?
That's up to Nameless, I suppose.
Did the worms finish attacking?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Crit fish.
Vulnerability.
And with the
crit
vulnerability,
Successful.
92 damage as it reels back in pain from the massive smackerino.
Should
Damn,
I have
it's
been
a
doing
damn
this the
shame,
whole
like-
time? Like while we've been adventuring?
How long have you had
What
access
are
to
you
this?
using again?
Channel divinity.
Channel Divinity.
So
So-
I've literally
Right?
had this
For
since two.
You have 2 of them, right?
Although I might just check the
Okay,
cleric
okay.
table.
Yeah, I believe the most it ever goes up to is 2.
Anyway, I still have one more attack because that was just my first on this turn. So I'm gonna hit at the steel chair. Oh, yes I will. Bop. You know, come to think of it, I should have done the break action on the when you had the vulnerability, but oh well. It would have been a little more damage.
All right, it's been smackinated. This purple worm, unable to use its strongest advantage of just burrowing repeatedly, is just getting absolutely thrashed by your weapon repeatedly.
Yes, and incident deletes EC is reduced by an additional 1, because why not? Actually, wait. And maybe instead of doing it, hang on a second. Let me look at something real quick. Maybe instead of using my subclass feature, maybe I. Oh, wait a second. I'm gonna use a grapple maneuver instead of my subclass. I'm gonna try and grapple it again.
Okay,
So it's got a contested grapple.
all right. Ooh, it might actually be able to succeed.
I'm gonna reroll. I have one of those. So okay, I was gonna
That's
say it should be at
20.
normal, but yeah. So I'm gonna use the constrict action, which will make it restrained while grappled.
Ooh.
And then, funnily enough, it also decreases its AC by 1 anyway.
You wrestle with it and literally drag part of its head out of the sand and throw it down to the side so it's unable to move its neck. Or, bodily neck, It can't twist back away. You're twisting it like into a knot that it can't untwist from.
Uncle, just because I haven't, I'm gonna try and test if this is a creature that's like formed through magic, or if it's some kind of inherent magical creature. So I'm gonna try and use my inner alchemy to see if that's related anyway.
You attempt to drain the power from it, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay, I figured there's no harm in trying. But yeah, that
Right.
is me.
Alright. I moved 70 feet to the west. Do I see anything?
Wait, Holly has advantage.
Um,
Holly has advantage. Fish
you-
crit.
You see, but desert sand everywhere. If you're going to do something more specific, it might take an action.
And I have blind sense of 30 feet.
Dang.
Or blind sight, rather.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this is still a large sandstorm, so that's going to help. But you're going to probably need to do an active, with the invest. That'd be a perception check, I think, not investigation. If you're trying to find anything more specific.
Holy shit. 1d6 plus 0.
Does Valen ping as undead to my commune with nature?
They are an undead.
With my bonus action, I'm going to revert back. And I'm going to attempt to commune with nature to find undead.
Okay. For any undead within.
Yeah.
And yeah, your lightning storm active still, right?
Yes. I just need to put it back
There
on.
was about 100 feet away to your west, there is a purple worm that is going to your location. There is an undead within its stomach.
Okay. I am not attempting to hide my presence in any way.
Alright.
Can I fly into the worm and search for a crystal?
Yes. Go. You will have to take an action to sort through its innards. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I do not have an.
Oh wait, you used your action already
Yeah.
too. It's going to take more than an item interaction. It's got too much stuff in there.
I mean, I guess I could do it. I haven't done
Alright, so
anything
you're
yet.
giving up one of your reactions too. Alright, that makes sense. Go for it. Make an investigation check.
Yeah. We'll taxi the movement.
Where is investigation? I can't read. Right here.
Sounds like you need to investigate this.
This should be normal. I can add 2d4 to that if necessary. I don't know if that's high enough. I'll do it
Hold
just
on.
in case.
Give me a second.
26.
So I have to stretch my head a little bit. Okay. You're sorting through its gullet until eventually, through the digestive acid, you are able to find they are sort of embedded actually in sort of the lining of its wall, surprisingly close to where one of its many hearts is located. Is an embedded crystal right there that you're able to kind of yank out.
It looks
you can
like
feel it
they
tingle
ate it.
to the touch. It seems like it's embedded into it.
So it doesn't look like it's something the worm ate, just something that's been, I don't know, purposely placed there.
It could be powering them or something. You know?
Okay.
It tingles to the touch, but you picked it up. Doo-doo-doo. All right. Meanwhile, Purple Worm's turns. The worm that's it's trying its best. It's trying to escape from your grasp, Diesel. It tries to contest within athletics, which
It
I
is
think is a
still disadvantage.
disadvantage because it's restrained.
Yep.
It cannot. Wiggling back and forth, it's unable to escape from your frozen grasp, as it cannot retract back into its hands.
I never thought
Okay.
this would be our solution to the purple worms.
Jojira, that worm from earlier, is just barely keeping up with you as it jumps once more.
It'd be
It
too
goes for the
helpful to
bite.
help that 16 finishes it off before it hits me, right?
It is unfortunately not enough, but a 21 does not connect regardless.
They don't seem to have any self-preservation, which is interesting.
But there it is. That purple worm that you can detect the undead from has reached you and is diving straight for you.
Is that purple worm injured at all?
Yes, it seems to be somewhat injured, but
I
not
am
that
not.
much.
I'm not blocking that, and I'm choosing to fail the deck save.
All right, you are consumed in one gulp as the teeth gnash down onto you, and you find yourself there inside of the stomach. And within the belly of the beast, they're embedded within kind of the restrained amongst the. Yeah, you see Valen unconscious and very close to death.
Is it our turns?
Yes. You can kind of feel the vibrations of the sand around you as it seems to be still digging there underground.
My only healing spell I have prepared does not work on undead.
Did we healing potion?
Can you try and stabilize her? I can get in and heal her if necessary.
If she wouldn't happen to be a dual type humanoid undead, would she?
They are a humanoid undead.
Okay, so I can bring her up. I will heal the both of us for 20.
Right. You breathe a mist that pulsates around the inside of the stomach, and then eventually you see Valen's eyes open. What happened? Jujira? Am I
You got
dead?
Not yet, and we're trying to keep it that way.
Oh. Oh my
We're
god, last thing
inside.
I knew I was in the desert. I was staring out and then there was a big shock and
We're inside.
never
the
mind that.
purple room.
I see. Okay.
Do either of you have a dimension door, out of curiosity?
I did not take any mobility options. What you just saw from me running as a 70-foot gator is the fastest you're ever going to see me move, is basically.
Oh.
Because I am big, slow turtle.
fair.
Do you
Does
have
Valen have dimension
Thunderstep?
door?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that worm is just gonna head for us next, so you know we can just meet up there.
I have larger concerns to deal with first. Speaking of which, can I punch it?
I just imagine Nameless saying all this while Diesel's literally wrestling this worm onto the ground nearby. Okay.
Hey Aqua,
Yes.
how heavy would you estimate this worm is?
Well, it's a great question. Very heavy. Surely
What's the-
thousands of pounds.
What's the over under on with the Slayer's Ring of Muscle being able to suplex it?
I mean, you have it within your frozen grasp. That's empowering your grapple abilities beyond what one might ordinarily be able to be physically capable of.
Yeah, I'm
Can
gonna try using the suplex feature as along with the Slayer's Ring of Muscle to high jump 40 feet in the air and crash down.
All right, go for it. As it is your turn still technically.
Yeah, well, I mean our turn just started, right?
Yes.
Okay. You can actually pass against that, but it's making a disadvantage. So
I'm gonna use this amazing thing I never use called extra attack.
I believe I still have 4 more D4s from Nameless, right?
Yeah, so the 2d4 that you're currently using is actually once every turn, and then you still have your own from the talisman. So you can have 3d4 if you truly wish, but you get one
Okay.
use of 2d4 every turn.
Yeah, it's managing to succeed against your grasp, but a little bit of shadow power is all it takes, Diesel. As you leap into the air, you don't pull you pull most of its body out actually as you successfully leap up and suplex the worm back onto the ground of the desert, jaw first. It's literally curb stomping this thing, but curb suplexing.
Can he like suplex it onto my spear?
Sure.
Yeah, take that. Direct.
And then it would also take, let's see, our level 16, so it'd be 2 plus half level. Oh wait, shit, hang on. It went 40 feet, so it would be this much damage, I believe, from that suplex, because it's the 40 falling damage, and then the suplex is 2 plus half level tripled.
Yeah. Spinning pile driver.
Oh, and incidentally, it also takes 16 cold damage at the start of my turn.
So that would be in total 76 plus 16. 92 damage. As you see it slam down onto the ground, make one final desperate little whine, and die.
Nice. Did you all want to go in there and search around for it, or should we just be more worried about? Is Jojiro communicating what's happening with the worm, by the way, to us?
Yes.
All right.
I do have one fallback to keep her alive if she goes down again, where I can give her immunity to acid damage.
Interesting.
How far away is that worm, and is it headed towards us? Like, what is that worm doing?
It is currently under the desert sands.
Okay. How far was Jojira away from us when he got eaten?
I moved about 30 feet twice and then 70 feet twice.
Okay,
So
so
about 200
130.
feet.
Yeah, we wouldn't
Oh,
know
twice.
exactly.
Yeah, like you like wouldn't have been able to see me for a bit.
Oh yeah, that's true because of the sandstorm. I forgot. I mean, I'm assuming we have a general idea since he's only been gone for however long. So.
Yeah.
Aqua.
Yes.
So that grapple was part of the Tavern Brawler grapple bonus action, so I actually still have my action, so I'm going to... This actually is a perfect time to do investigation with strength instead of intelligence with primal knowledge. So I'm gonna do an investigation check with strength to try and find the Azamar crystal inside, if one exists.
Alright, kill for it. Having suplexed it onto the ground, you start like you remember where they had vaguely mentioned where it was previously, enter into its body and just like literally start just tearing a lining off of the interior walls until you find where it's embedded.
See, I was thinking like I just cut its stomach open and just reach in. Like, it should be somewhere around here.
That works also. They're both viable strategies. Rip and tear until it's done.
Exactly.
Yeah, Valendare inside of the stomach, Jajir, they go, oh. Okay, let's think this logically. I don't have an immediate way of escaping out of here. And if we leave out of it, the body right now will be trapped under the desert. Okay.
There is always a potential end solution, which is hand her an
We
Azamar
make
crystal and see if it
someone-
ends the chapter.
Yeah, but then you guys will just be stuck in the
How do you
stomach
know?
for a week.
How do you know?
Oh my god.
We don't know. We've never done this before. How would we know?
Does she need to breathe?
You asked them. Like, kind of like I can hold my breath.
Okay, because like I can hold my breath for an hour, so I was thinking that if we were under the sand and she didn't need, we theoretically would dig our way.
I don't know. If we try digging, who knows how long it would take us? There's likely even more of them.
That's also true.
So it sounds like you need bait to get the worm to come to the surface.
Yeah, like I do feel like I can telepathically just.
Thompies, thompies. Hello, food over here.
Alright, I think I won't necessarily need initiative for this part. Stomping around repeatedly, Diesel's like, hey, I'm over here, right? You pick up the other purple worm and just keep slamming its face into the ground.
It reminds me of Men in Black. Eat me, eat
Yeah.
me.
Literally. If one turn did pass though for this to happen, or is this like on its turn or no?
I
Does-
presume that it will take it more than one turn to reach you, but you
Okay.
have your action ready.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. If it is taking more than one turn to get there, then I'll get ready to grab it.
From the air, it descends. Make the grapple check.
I cannot fail that.
You just
Um.
grab it from midair and slam its face down onto the side before it can do anything.
Just yell in its mouth.
I mean,
It
I'd
stands
actually-
no chance.
I am just for experimentation's sake going to try and communicate to Jojira to try grabbing the Azamar crystal, to try and explain as best I can, or maybe someone who has a better, someone who was actually inside its body, maybe explain where the Azamar crystal might be, and be like, hey, if you rip it out, see if it dies or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I think we can communicate.
So I'm
that
gonna tell it
correctly.
to Jojira, just see if Jojira can do that.
do we seem like we'll be fine on the inside if I spend my action doing that?
The acid is progressively burning Valen.
Okay. Well, I'm not made out of
It's
human.
okay. Like she has like at least 18 seconds before she dies. And your action only takes 6 seconds. So it's fine.
I will have to use a 7th level spell slot for this, sadly.
I mean, I can get in there. Do you want me? Can I just go in there?
I mean, this took a few turns for them to get here. That's why.
Yeah, like I think I have to have had done this primordial
Oh,
ward to give her acid immunity.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Is this spell buffed?
burning.
This
Alright.
spell is buffed.
Let's find it. Let's find where it is.
Presumably, like I could have gotten like a mental screenshot from someone, and I can also be the one tearing it from the inside.
You can make an investigation check, Jadira. Let's see if this would have worked.
Sadly, I can't make this with strength.
Where is it? Where is it? You're having trouble locating it. Everything looks all the same, but then Valen pinpoints somewhere on the wall. Right here. Dig right here.
All right, I will obey the command, and I will dig right there.
Yes,
With
as you
my
find it where
claws.
it's located, as you feel your stop arrive there on the surface, you whip out the crystal, and up on the surface you hear the last dying gasps of a purple worm that seems to just all life seems to fade off of it.
Well, that's an interesting new technique to kill a purple worm. Alright,
You both crawl out of the area.
I'm going
Make sure
to
not don't hand the crystal to her until we're safe.
I'm gonna press the digitation, all the sand and slime and acid off of me real quick. Straighten my hat, straighten my star.
Surely you don't have that hat anymore, right? That hat's gone. That hat's
No,
like long gone.
like my hat has like Indiana Jones plot armor. It's always on me.
True.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Things kind of settle down as much as they can be settled inside of a sandstorm. You don't feel any more vibrations, at least not currently.
Um,
I guess
As
we can
Valen
hunker.
exits out, they.
I was gonna
Valen,
suggest
give your
we-
leg a big hug, Diesel. I thought I was going to die in there.
Yeah, I think we
I
hunker
thought I was going to
down
die over here.
with these worm corpses until the sandstorm passes.
Diesel, you can heal for 37, by the way.
what'd you say?
You can heal for 37.
Augers.
Okay, we might have a way out if we can get inside. And give me just like a minute. Hold on. As they enter into the purple worm where the sandstorm's no longer blowing them around, you see them quickly enter into a trance and start muttering something.
I'm gonna drop my dragon storm. Just in case it attracts attention that we don't want. Dropped.
By the end of the first minute, you can already feel vibrations, but then Valen goes, and we're out. As you return, briefly in a flash of light and sand, the familiar confines of the depot.
Nice.
Yeah, I could tell we haven't been here for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me turn the lights back on. As life resumes once more, vision restored, and the light fades. Okay. I'm so sorry to all of you. I was clouded by desperation, forgot to think more carefully about my actions there, and I put some of your lives in danger.
Might be more that we put yours in danger. But anyway, I'm going to hold up the little crystal that I pulled out from the worm. What does it look
I
like?
suppose nothing ever quite comes easy, does it? But this is it, indeed. This. It's an Ozamar crystal.
Thinks back to like the fucking
Yes, I
7
think
we
it
have
is.
in our bag.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
No, we have 3 more now.
Yeah, are they? Is it the same looking as the ones we already got? Is it-
Yes.
Oh, they're just purple, small, still.
Oh, hold on. Which one do you have? You have
But the only one we have is the minus damage from necrotic and radiant.
Yes. Remind me which location that came from.
The skull.
We got some from the skull and some from the wreckage point.
We didn't get any at wreckage point.
I thought we did.
Nope, we have 5 of that purple crystal from the skull, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me check something. Let me check something.
I thought that's why there were none at wreckage point when we went back, is because we got them the last time we were there. And so the narrative changed that they were never there at all.
No, never mind. These were not. That was done. It took me a second to recall. Instead, you find that with a quick identify while you had the time while Valen was trancing, and setting up the teleportation. These 3 that you found actually are Ozamar sapphires.
Ooh.
I'd say no more, but I do want to hear more.
I think does it not show?
does
I'm not
not.
seeing anything.
Yeah, I don't see
I
anything.
see. I know why. It's because I have to configure the permissions on this one. I'll just oh, players. Oops. Okay, let me see if I can make it show this time. Yeah. Did that work?
No,
I remain unhealed.
same.
Okay, let me attempt to heal a little bit harder this time.
The Hyars aren't the same without Kara. Feels bad.
Please hold your hyas. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
10 maximum achievement control. Lost one is no longer a person. Nice.
As Valen holds up the sapphire. Through our struggles, we finally did it. The months of work. This changes everything.
Pulls out 5 more.
Can we choose which HP is lost?
What?
What?
Okay, let's say you have 3 Asmars. Wait, did they stack first of all?
No.
Okay, fine. Let's say you have 1 Asmar Sapphire and you're on 10 HP, and then you like give it to someone else. Do you then like go to 0 HP? And if not, can we do that?
It does not affect your current hit points at all. It only changes max HP and that's it.
God damn it.
In fact, you would actually notice that as you hold the sapphire and you become a little bit, it feels like your life force has changed a little bit. You feel like you're injured as you hold on to it, and then when you let it go, you feel fine.
Joke's on you, I'm already injured.
I want this to canonically be like a hot potato.
You were all one turn away from all getting TPK'd, by the way.
Really?
By whom?
Technically.
I assume Valen was
Really?
on 2 death fails.
Ah,
You're
yeah.
on 2 death fails.
Nice. Good work, Jojira.
Has she tried getting good?
I definitely wasn't expecting her to get downed from 1 bite. Like, I assumed she was higher level than that.
Yeah.
I just assumed that she could reach us in time. I was very confused as to why she couldn't.
I
we
assumed
waited
she
to the
was a
depot
competent
just
enough illusionist to be
fine.
able to hide herself from them.
Yeah. It's really like we open chapter 1. Hey, Valen, what's up? By the way, we have 11 crystals now. Here you go. It's like, oh, dang. Also, at some point, I think we should redo chapter 1 and just redo everything we did up to the point where we got Golem. And that way we at least have a universe in chapter 1 in which we are friends with Golem. You know?
Maybe.
So that would be using 2 teleports, and that's about it.
Well, I only have a single spell slot above.
I'm not
right
saying
now.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
right now.
I mean, I'm okay with that. Trying to create like a good foundation for the rest of our chapter 2s.
And then what other locations were there crystals that we haven't been to yet? The Oasis?
The Oasis. We have to go there because Brax was headed there.
And there was apparently one at Wreckage Point before the narrative got changed by your sickle.
Hmm. I feel like the Oasis is
I feel like
definitely better.
the crystal at Wreckage Point would it just be at the nearest city at that point, which is somewhere?
I mean,
Wait.
the nearest city would be Tashluda.
Is it Tashluda?
Yeah.
That's the nearest city.
It could be at Tashluda.
Why would it be at the nearest city?
I don't know. I mean, it just like makes because like that area is just more I don't know settled. so there's more likely to be like traffic in between
So,
that
like, it may have
area
been
and a
found by
bigger
someone and
settlement.
sold to someone who came from
Yeah.
Tashluta and brought it back with them.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's possible. But the thing is that my divination doesn't work in urban settings. So, like, we need to rely on Valen if that's the case. So, I guess we would have to chapter 2 at some point. My internet die?
No.
No,
you're
no,
good.
no.
Okay.
I think people were just thinking.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about how fucked up it is that Jojir and I could more or less duo the purple worms until Big Boy shows up. Once Big Boy shows up, we have problems, but
hmm
until then, the two of us are totally chilling, which is really funny to me.
And the sandstorm counters like their biggest weaknesses, which is flight,
Yeah.
which is
Broken.
unfortunate.
Honestly, not being able to see things, kind of annoying for a lot of our
Spellcasters.
reactions. Yeah. Or even just our reactions. Like I can't do
There
my
are.
don't die reaction if I can't see you.
Jojira, go ahead and make a intelligence check. Actually, that's make Ray do this because I think it's funnier.
Okay. Just an intelligence check.
Just because it doesn't have serious ramifications. I just think it's funny. You consider a possibility that it's because technically the sandstorm isn't supposed to be encountered in chapter 1 in the normal narrative of the story.
I don't know what that
Curious.
means.
Yeah, that's in the end game of the book, is the sandstorm, I presume. We're supposed to get other stuff in the book to help deal with the sandstorm, I imagine. Or at least in the normal, like, narrative of the book.
That seems like a
Before it,
reasonable hypothesis.
before it got all Candlekeeped in by us.
Also, I swear that's been like my only good roll. And it was on something that wasn't even relevant.
That's
a
how it be.
non-consequential roll was the best.
That's
Let's
how it be
go.
sometimes.
I even rolled a 1 on my healing dice. That's how fucking dire it's gotten.
So, next stop, Legion of Iron or Maroon Ship?
I'm fine with
Yeah, that's a
either.
good question.
I think we have a good
I mean, you have
path
some time to
with
think
this.
about it now because I leave in 23 minutes, which is enough time to, do much.
Well,
So you
if
have time to think about it.
If Elocution is here next week, they could do their construct key thing to give the. Remember the Legion with the totally not Yasuo? We
Yeah.
fought.
Yeah.
If you make that thing intelligent, we might be able to get it to bring us to where it came from. Because like we're on the same side. I believe if we intelligize it, it could recognize that, and it might want to help us, or at least consolidate our forces together. So that's something we could do in Chapter 2 of Legion of Iron. Because our last time we were in Legion of Iron, we finished Chapter 1 by going seriously off the rails into the mines and getting that Legion.
I'm down to go to LOI. Mainly because we have like no leads in Maroon Ship, so we'll worry about that one later.
There's the
Let
fucking
me.
atoll, but like I'm the only one that could safely go down there. I feel like.
Also,
I suppose the Qualish apparatus exists, so 2 more could come down, but that's still not the whole party.
I'm just placing a reminder vote for the next chapter since that's relevant.
is it Maroon Ship or the Marooned Ship?
The Maroon
ship.
ship. There's no ED.
Yep. There's a reason we painted it red, okay? There's actually
What a
several reasons
maroon.
we painted it red. None of them are important.
We theoretically could beat up the Kraken at the beginning of Chapter 1 of Maroon Ship, but we'd be like turning the whole narrative on its head at that point, and we wouldn't know what to do. I think.
That would be really funny. How would it even work? Like, maybe we couldn't take on the Kraken yet. I don't know. What if it is just a whole ass Kraken?
I mean, if nothing else, it was thunderstorming when that happened, so my call lightning would be empowered. So that would be fun.
Mm. Don't you not have, like, can't you not ignore immunity to lightning?
Why was it immune to lightning? I don't think it was ever immune to lightning.
Kraken's very immune to lightning.
Yeah, Kraken's immune to lightning.
I definitely hit it with lightning the first time we met and fought it, and it worked just fine.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I know raw Krakens are immune to lightning, so I figured aqua version Krakens would also be.
I'm just going off of what I remember
Yeah.
happening in the first chapter.
Could have been a slip up, or could have been Aqua's just dumb.
Or maybe the
Wow.
author had no idea that Krakens are immune to lightning. It's like how Aes doesn't know what the difference between a demon and a Yugoloth is, and that's why Yugoloths are with the demons when they're attacking.
Okay, but that's different. Aes is specifically an unreliable narrator.
I mean, I appreciate it because demons all resist with lightning and Yugoloths don't. So
So just checking one thing. Wait, so are you taking any long rest, or are you just going straight into the next place when the votes consolidate them?
I still have like most of my spell slots that aren't above 5th.
I'm just gonna take a short rest.
Yeah, so
To be
I'm thinking
fair-
I would short rest too, and that's
To
it.
be fair, just above 5th is not that high considering you almost have 9th level.
Even when I level up next, I won't have a 9th level spell because I'm multi-classed.
Oh, right.
I'll have a
Well, if you
slot.
were
I think.
normal.
I've
Wait, what are you
my
multi-class in?
spells.
Druid?
Technically, yeah.
What does that mean? What does technically mean?
It means technically.
Uh-huh.
As in, it's true, but not for the reasons you think it is.
That you're multi-classed into Druid, but not for the reasons I think you are?
Yes.
What is the reason I think you're multi-classed into Druid?
I mean, technically, it's more that you think I multi-classed into Druid.
Oh, I mean, you started as a Druid and all your further levels were
He's
in
a stork.
sorcerer?
He's a stork.
Aqua, can you reveal my sheet real quick?
Oh god.
Sure. Here's just the sheet. 1 second.
Uh,
Where's the? Oh, is it this one? No, it's not this one. Is it this? Yes, it's this.
I don't actually know much about Druids. I've like never looked into them.
It should be visible now.
It is.
Bam!
Quick, print screen. Take all the secrets.
Wait, what the hell? It just whatever you did when you said kablam
Yeah, whatever you did when you said bam, just
ruined
fucked
it.
It's
What?
just a grey
Oh.
screen.
Yeah,
isn't it?
unblam it. Whatever you just blammed.
I was trying to blam. I don't know why. Blam again.
All it's showing is an empty appearance and empty
it
background.
was fine for like a split second.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, well, close it out and open the sheet again. You can
I
now see
did.
it underneath player characters Sunday.
Yeah,
Nope.
I did.
Yeah, when we open
well.
it's just blank.
Yeah,
It's
Aqua,
just
look at my screen
whatever
if
you
if
did
you want to see what
to
we see.
do that.
Okay, let me try this again. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
there
Hold
you
on.
go.
I got this.
No, you're good.
A
You're good. You're
blam!
good. Don't
Yeah, I
touch it.
blammed one more time.
Oh, what the hell? You have 13 levels in Druid?
15.
Oh, you only have 13 hit dice? Oh, right, because of Dragon
I
Mark. Right?
traded 2 of my
Yeah,
dice
yeah,
for
yeah.
Dragon Arc.
That's right. Why didn't you trade a sorcerer hit dice for it?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
Hey, where do you even see his levels? Can't see anything.
I'm looking at attributes. He has 13 druid hit dice and 1 sorcerer hit dice.
I see.
I can't believe you're a druid.
Yeah,
You've
what the
fucking
hell?
known for months.
I know.
You were the only one who figured it out.
I am shocked.
Listen, after Sarisa, I don't care about spell lists or meaningless. Okay? I have no concept of spell lists, okay?
I mean, there was fuck tons of evidence all the way from session 1. I genuinely thought that it was going to be like over way sooner.
I
Yeah.
spent about 5 seconds attempting to figure out what everyone was. So.
Yeah. Again, after Sarisa, I stopped trying to figure out people's characters.
My favorite
They're just
ones,
not possible to figure out.
I swear, like either last week or one of the a relatively recent session. I'm pretty sure was said like, I'm going to wild shape, or I could.
No, he's always at
definitely said,
shapeshift.
No, he
I did.
definitely
I
said
intentionally
wild shape.
said wild shape once to see if anyone would catch something that blatant, but only Rusted.
I see.
I got tired.
What are all
a while ago.
modifiers on the stream save? There were a
On
lot
what?
of flat modifiers on that. There was a lot of flat modifiers on that stream save, and I was like,
I can't. Wait, what was that? There? I can't hear you. What?
They're on the strength saving throw. There was
Oh,
a
on
lot
the
of flat
strengths.
modifiers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
where the
is.
heck are all of those? I know where a
You
few of them are,
know,
but
the
how's it?
thing is, this the game doesn't really tell you where they're all from, and I honestly don't remember anymore. So
That's it's concerning.
there's a lot. I know there's a lot.
I know. What
I don't
shield do you have?
remember all of them to tell you because I can't list it out easily.
Crystal, what shield do you have?
+2?
Because there should be a +4 from Shield
Question
Master
mark?
because you apply your shield's AC. So there's +4, +5 for proficiency. It was what, a +21 bonus? Uh,
+19.
19? I thought it was 21. +19.
19.
So yeah, I mean, a
Well, maybe it
solid
was
like
21 earlier. I don't know. I turned some stuff off.
a solid like 13 of it is accounted for, but I don't know what the rest is coming from.
Well, there's also there's Bless. There's Spirit Surge. There's a rune.
You have the
You have
cloak
blessed?
ring of protection, right?
There's a cloak and there's the ring.
The
And there's
4502
some other
should be
stuff
from
too.
Dragonhide, I believe.
Oh, is Dragonhide good? See, I don't remember. Dragonhide.
Yeah,
No,
it's
Dragonhide
not
doesn't
wearing
get
it.
at strength saving throw. So if you have that on
Oh, does
applying to strength, it shouldn't be.
Oh, Dragonhide.
It adds to Dex, Con, Wiz, and Cub because those are the 4 saving throws that most
Yeah, I
dragons.
shouldn't be adding to that one.
Is it not only saving throw? Oh, wait, it's a saving throw. I'm stupid.
It is a saving
Ignore me.
throw.
That's the whole
I
point.
think that one we just left it. I don't even think I have that. I don't have that added actually.
I mean, what else is the floor 5/2 supposed to be from then?
I don't know. Let me look. Actually, I mean, I can't even look.
What do you mean you can't even look? That's a
I
concerning
mean, I don't. There's
statement.
so many numbers. I don't even know what it is.
Also, I'm returning your sheet is now returned back to you, Wiz. Safely.
You didn't give them edit purposes, did you?
Yeah, I definitely edited your stuff while you were watching.
I rename everything you renamed to something else. I renamed to something else. Good luck figuring out what's what, idiot.
No.
And they're all Ray-based puns.
Truly the worst possible thing.
Yeah, I think I forgot about this proficiency part.
Yeah, the only source that I can think about is definitely Dragonhide.
Okay.
But that only applies if you're not wearing armor. It doesn't apply to strength saving throw, so.
Yeah.
Wait, is Nameless wearing armor?
No, I
think-
don't wear armor.
They have a shield and that's it.
Okay.
But I have a shield too.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a +2 shield.
I'm happy for you guys.
Can't
Shields are
imagine
for
having a shield.
bitches. SMH. Although if I had a +2 shield, I'd have 24 AC, which is impressive except for the fact that you guys have like 30, so it's not actually impressive anymore.
My AC goes up by 1 the next time we level up.
Well, should I ask why?
The total natural armor is 16
Oh,
plus half a
proficiency.
prof bonus.
Right.
Because otherwise it becomes quickly irrelevant. Well, it's not quickly. It takes a while.
So not quickly. 16 AC.
It eventually becomes irrelevant.
16 AC, like starting the game with 17 AC without having to buy armor is like,
I mean,
that's pretty solid for.
It's really nice
more-
early on, but you get outscaled quickly when people start getting magic armor with cool benefits and you can't wear any.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, not
listen,
quickly, but
man,
it eventually
you're
happens.
talking to a barbarian who's not wearing armor. Like, I understand. I think my AC
Very nice.
is from Dragonhide, so it's 14 plus strength, so it's 20 total.
I think
Like 20 is normally pretty respectable, but not.
I think
not
the
here.
only person in the party that wears armor might be Elocution. Oh, and Ethereon.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, I carry on with their armor.